Chapter 12-13. Ling Longshue's beautiful eyes lit up as she looked at Lin Xian. His temperament had more or less changed, especially the way he held his sword. It had undergone an earth-shattering change. Lin Xian's divine sense moved, and the sword disappeared from his hand. It turned into a golden light and entered the back of his hand, forming a small pattern. "How is it?" Ling Longshue asked. "It's great. It feels like, how should I put it? I was originally immortal, but then I obtained the power of light and became Ultramantiga." Ling Longshue. She didn't understand. Hee, I feel like I've become a lot stronger. Ling Longshue nodded. "It's natural for you to become stronger. This sword is a sacred artifact, a top-tier spirit artifact. The fact that this person has a sacred artifact shows how powerful he was in the past. I just don't know who he is." Lin Xian sighed. Ling Longshue shook her head. "The experts here don't care about fame. They only hope to pass down their will one day. That's all." Lin Xian then bowed. "Thank you, Senior." Putting everything else aside, at the very least, Lin Xian was given a saint-grade spirit artifact that he had never seen before. Lin Xian was given a saint-grade spirit artifact out of nowhere. Although an increase of 4 stars seemed a little small, after all, this was the strength of a saint realm expert. However, Lin Xian had obtained a sword technique. If he let that little girl Morongyu fight with him again, Lin Xian could beat her to tears. That's right, Lin Xian had obtained a sword technique inheritance. This person's sword technique might have been decades, or even centuries old, but he had instantly learned it. Even if Morongyu was very powerful, she couldn't be stronger than someone who had over a century-old sword technique. Right? With this sword technique, Lin Xian's battle strength had increased who knew how many times. There were probably not many people in the entire continent who could beat him in swordsmanship. "Let's go back," Lin Xian said to Ling Longshue. Regarding Lin Ye's matter, Lin Xian was relieved. Although he would be worried if he couldn't see her, since the senior said it was fine. Then Lin Xian would treat it as if Lin Ye had gone on a vacation. After the two returned, they went to Ling Longshue's house. Lin Xian picked up little Shir and spat on her little face. Little Shir was very obedient. "How is it?" Bing Lingyue quickly asked. "That senior is right. This is actually a stroke of good fortune for my sister," said Lin Xian. "Then it should be fine. Last time, I went with Ling Long and saw how powerful that senior is." Bing Lingyue nodded. Yes. Lin Xian let out a long sigh. Perhaps this time was really good for Lin Ye. Although she was in danger, since it was a stroke of good fortune, Lin Xian shouldn't care. Perhaps he was really too selfish before. Lin Ye had such a powerful ice attribute. She should have cultivated and become a strong person. However, she had been helping him manage the Art Xian group behind the scenes. Although this was something that Lin Ye had always been willing to do. "Hey, you guys eat. I'll go back first. There are still many things to do at the Art Xian group. I'll come back to accompany you guys after I'm done," Lin Xian said as he stood up. "Don't worry too much," said Ling Longshue. Lin Xian nodded. "Don't worry. I'm just worried that I won't be able to see my sister. I don't know what will happen to her, but I'm actually quite happy." "Then you go." Lin Xian nodded and left. Then he went to the Art Xian group. Morong Qing was really busy today. Only when Lin Ye wasn't around did she truly understand how tiring it was. It was just right for the two of them to manage. It wasn't very tiring. She could even come to Lin Ye's office to brag and drink tea. But today, although it wasn't physical labor, she didn't rest at all. After all, the Art Xian group wasn't just limited to Lin and City. It had businesses all over China. It had even started to expand in other empires. There were also businesses from the 3 major forces. Moreover, the Art Xian group's businesses weren't limited to just 1 or 2. Other companies specialized in one thing, but the Art Xian group specialized in many things. Moreover, it was across industries and varieties. This was even more difficult. "Postpone all the social engagements for me. Cancel all the meetings with the other families and forces. We'll talk about it later," Morong Qing said to a beautiful assistant beside her. "Okay, I'll go and inform them." Lin Xian walked in at this time. Morong Qing looked up. "How is it?" Lin Xian shook his head. "I didn't find her, But she should be fine. Morong Ching showed a puzzled expression. What do you mean by that? You didn't find her. But she's fine? Morong Ching was puzzled. Well, I asked a senior to help me calculate. She said that for my sister, this is a good fortune. Morong Ching. What kind of expert is proficient in the art of divination? As far as she knew, no human cultivator practiced this. They didn't have the capital. The demon clan. I see. Then you let her go. Lin Xian nodded and sat down. I'm relieved, but I can't see her. What if she's been wronged or something? Lin Xian was worried about this now. It's good that she's fine. It's a good fortune. It's okay to be wronged. It can improve her more. Don't always think in this direction. Brother, what kind of improvement can be called a good fortune? Others are at most called opportunities, Morong Ching said. She was relieved. Lin Xian nodded. I know. Don't worry. What's the situation with the Art Xian group now? Aya. Morong Ching stretched her body. After your sister left, I realized how tired it was. The Art Xian group is mainly in a period of continuous growth, not a period of stability, so there are a lot of things to do. Hey Boss Lin, aren't you giving me a raise? Morong Ching then looked at Lin Xian with a smile. Raise? You'll be tired for a few days. I'll find someone to sit in my sister's position and help you share the burden, Lin Xian said. Oh, who? Lin Xian rubbed his chin. I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, then you go. I still have a lot of materials to review. The more this situation is, the easier it is for the company's finances to be in trouble. Well, thank you. Lin Xian then left. Basking in the sun, Lin Xian let out a long sigh of relief. This candidate had to be capable and trustworthy. There were too many capable people. Morong Ching could casually find someone to sit in Lin Ye's position. But what about trust? Was her trust useful? So Lin Xian thought of Bai Xianxian. But Bai Xianxian also had her own things to do. Lin Ye, Morong Ching was in charge of finance, and Bai Xianxian was in charge of martial arts and power. So she couldn't do it. There was still one more. Lin Xian then took out his phone. Chapter 12-14. Luo Chenxi did not know what Lin Xian was doing now. She was bored to death these few days. Fortunately, she would look for Zi Qiyue and an Xian to play with them. However, their identities were more special, so it was difficult for them to go out and play. She had not seen that bastard Lin Xian for a while, and for some reason she missed him. At this moment her cell phone rang. Luo Chenxi glanced at it casually. Oh wow, this person actually took the initiative to call her. Dear boss Lin Xian, what's the matter? Something big. Where are you? Luo Chenxi frowned slightly. The same hotel as before. An hour later, Lin Xian was done with her. Luo Chenxi lay in Lin Xian's arms, panting heavily. This is the big thing you were talking about? You came in and stripped me? Lin Xian had been suppressing his anger about Lin Ye's matter. Although he knew that she would be fine, this idiot Zhao Mingyue actually took Lin Ye away just like that. Therefore, Lin Xian was actually suppressing his anger. He was worried that he had nowhere to vent it, so he vented it on Luo Chenxi. There were tears in Luo Chenxi's eyes. Bastard. Forget it that he came in and did that. Did he King treat her as a punching bag? Did he think that her body was made of iron? I'm sorry, Lin Xian said awkwardly. Luo Chenxi did not want to move at all. It's like this. I want to ask you for a favor. Get lost. You came in and did this to me. You still want me to help? Lin Xian. I'll apologize to you in the future. Lin Xian squeezed his big hands. Say it. Luo Chenxi rolled her eyes and crossed her legs on Lin Xian's body. My sister and a friend have been managing Art Xian Group. Now that something has happened to my sister, I want you to take over for the time being. What's wrong? Luo Chenxi asked. Lin Xian shook his head. It's fine. She can't handle such a big company like the Art Xian Group by herself, so. Luo Chenxi then said, do you trust me that much? Why did he believe her? Because of the system. Lin Xian had a relationship with the girl who triggered the system's quest. So how could he not believe it? The girl who triggered the system's mission must have a good character. Look at Rinbing. Although they are on opposite sides, she is a good person. Of course. You're one of my people. How can I not believe you? Moreover, Luo Chenxi had her own company, and it was a very big company. She was even the richest person in Lin and City in the past. Hence, she would be able to handle it with ease. Tisk. I'm giving you my salary, dear. I'm pretty carefree now. If you don't agree, do you believe that you will cry? Lin Xian then smirked and pressed her down. Luo Chenxi. I agree. I agree. She was instantly scared. She would have agreed at first. She only said that she wanted to provoke Lin Xian on purpose. However, she did not dare to be angry now. She would die if he did it again. Hee, that's a good girl. Lin Xian grinned. When the time comes, you can look for Morong Qing. I'll talk to her. Got it. Luo Chenxi rolled her eyes. Lin Xian left in the afternoon. Miao Xiaomiao, Ling Ying, and the others were also concerned about Lin Ye's situation. Lin Xian briefly explained it in the group, and they were relieved. Phew, Lin Xian stretched. There should not be too many problems with Lin Ye now. If there was no mission at the Martial Arts Academy, Lin Xian did not want to go there for the time being. He wanted to relax a little. He really could not find the Evil Fiend Temple. What could he do if the three major forces could not find them? However, at least for now, everything was fine. Let's go to an Xian's place first. An Xian should be evaluated soon. Lin Xian felt the importance of strength more and more now. An Xian's mission was very important. He had to max out the proficiency of all his current attributes. His mastery of space wasn't very good. It was just that his mastery of space was full. Therefore, it was normal for the younger generation to not be a match for him. However, if he could max out the proficiency of his attributes, that would be amazing. When he arrived at Miao Xiaomiao's place, the cafe welcomed an unexpected guest. Morong Yan. At this moment, Morong Yu was sitting with an Xian and chatting. Miao Xiaomiao was playing on the computer at the next table. Wang Qianqian was playing with her phone at the front desk. Lin Xian's entrance attracted everyone's attention. Lin Xian. Morong Yan frowned when he saw Lin Xian. Of course he knew Lin Xian. Of course, he also knew the relationship between Lin Xian and an Xian. An Xian was betrothed to him when he was a child. And she was so beautiful. He naturally cared about her. An Xian saw Lin Xian and breathed a sigh of relief. He saved her life. Young Master Morong is here too. Lin Xian smiled and sat next to an Xian. An Xian leaned to the side, leaving more space for Lin Xian. Morong Yan frowned subconsciously when he saw this. Hee, I'm here to chat with an Xian and have a meal. Young Master Lin is? Morong Yan smiled and said, Oh, I'm here to write a song for her. Lin Xian said, I see. But I'm really grateful to young Master Lin for writing so many high-quality songs for an Xian. I'll treat you to a meal if there's a chance. Morong Yan smiled. Lin Xian scratched his head. No, what does it have to do with young Master Morong that I'm writing songs for an Xian? Of course, Lin Xian pretended not to know about their relationship. Morong Yan was stunned. Hee, I'm an Xian's fiancé. Of course it has something to do with me. Morong Yan said with a smile. Oh, then what if I'm her boyfriend? Lin Xian scratched his head and said, An Xian. Miao Xiaomiao. An Xian knew that Lin Xian wanted to help her. Of course, Lin Xian knew how annoyed an Xian was. She wasn't the one who arranged the marriage. Moreover, what era was it now? Who would take a child marriage seriously? It was just two families talking about it. This Morong Yan, on the other hand, announced to the public that an Xian was his fiancé. He would even admit that an Xian was his fiancé in the media interviews. An Xian also had a headache. She was a superstar, but the whole world knew that she had a fiancé. The key was that she had only seen this fiancé a few times. Because of her family, she was too lazy to explain. However, an Xian's lack of explanation became evidence that Morong Yan had always thought that she had acquiesced. An Xian had already told Lin Xian about this. Plus, he liked this girl. An Xian didn't like him, but because of her family he couldn't do anything. Lin Xian had to help an Xian and himself. At least there should be a reason, right? Morong Yan furrowed his brows. Lin Xian was an Xian's boyfriend? How come he had never heard of this? Chapter 12:15. An Xian knew what Lin Xian wanted to do. She actually wanted to stop him because she didn't want Lin Xian to have any conflicts with the Morong family. The Morong family was still powerful. Although Morong Yan's family didn't have much to do with the sanctuary, it was still the Morong family. An Xian didn't expect Lin Xian to say such things to help her. But now that Lin Xian had said it, if she still said that they weren't a couple in order to protect Lin Xian, it would be a slap to Lin Xian's face, which was definitely not good. So an Xian didn't say anything, and Miao Xiaomiao naturally didn't say anything either. Young Master Lin, what do you mean? Morong Yan's eyes narrowed slightly. Nothing. Can't an Xian find a boyfriend? Lin Xian looked at Morong Yan with a smile. Anan is my fiancé. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. No, young Master Morong, what era is it now? There's still a child betrothal, and there's no paper agreement for it. It's just an Xian's father and your father talking about it when they were drunk. Can two people talk about it and you two get together? Morong Yan clenched his fists. An Xian was his, and whoever touched her would die. Anan, what do you think? Morong Yan looked at an Xian. An Xian said, Morong Yan, we've only seen each other a few times since we were young, let alone like you. The so-called child betrothal is a joke, and I'll definitely choose free love. So I don't want you to say that we're a couple in front of the media again. These years have had a great impact on me. Morong Yan angrily slammed the table and stood up, pointing at an Xian. An Xian was shocked. He then put down his hand. Okay, I got it. Morong Yan said. An Xian heaved a sigh of relief. It's good that you understand. You're so outstanding and have such a good family background. What kind of girlfriend can't you find? I hope you can find your other half. An Xian said. This an Xian was really a very good person. She didn't get angry even after being slandered like this. It was already very good that she could say such things. See you in the future. After saying that, Morong Yan walked away. When he reached the door, his eyes flickered with viciousness. B***th. Morong Yan clenched his fists tightly. In his eyes, an Xian was unfaithful. She had a fiancé, yet she still looked for a boyfriend. If this wasn't Biaozi, then what was? However, all of this was because he was overconfident and belittled himself. It was just a verbal betrothal, but he announced to the media that an Xian was his girlfriend. How could any girl not be angry if they knew about this? However, an Xian had to face a lot of public opinion and pressure. Because he announced that an Xian was his girlfriend, an Xian lost tens of millions of fans overnight. An Xian didn't blame him for this. She had told him about it on the phone. But Morong Yan just said that he was sorry and that he would be careful in the future. Then, he said that she was his girlfriend, and he felt that there was nothing wrong with that. What else was there to say? What's the use of those fans? She had a big family and a big business. Did she lack the money that her fans earned for her? Lin Xian also knew that this Morong Yan was very problematic. It was as if an Xian was just a tool in his eyes. A tool that was already in his hands, but he didn't respect an Xian at all. Otherwise, with his outstanding, handsome, and good family background, he might really be able to get together with an Xian. However, he didn't respect an Xian at all, so an Xian naturally didn't like him. You were too impulsive just now. After Morong Yan left, an Xian looked at Lin Xian worriedly and said, It's fine. How powerful is he? I'm friends with Morong Yu from the Morong family. She's the daughter of the master of the sanctuary. Do you think I'm afraid of him? An Xian didn't know what to say. How is it? Now you've settled this matter, right? Lin Xian said with a smile. Solved my guess. An Xian rolled her eyes. Although my father told me that I should just ignore this arranged marriage. If he insists on causing trouble, maybe Morong Yan's father will come looking for my father. What does that have to do with you? Can you have some manners? Miao Xiaomiao rolled her eyes and said. Lin Xian smiled and scratched his head. But thank you very much. You have to be careful. An Xian said. This hooligan is taking advantage of you. Today he said you're his girlfriend. Tomorrow he'll really take advantage of you. Sister and Xian, you have to be careful. Miao Xiaomiao said. Miao Xiao Miao's understanding of Lin Xian wasn't just a little bit. Ahem. What nonsense are you talking about? Be careful, or I'll beat you up. Lin Xian glared at Miao Xiao Miao. This little girl was getting more and more impudent. At this moment, Zhao Yunqi pushed open the door and walked in. Lin Xian. Zhao Yunqi's eyes lit up when she saw Lin Xian, and then ran over happily. This girl was also Lin Xian's mission target. But it was probably easier since the mission reward was medal. But Lin Xian really didn't want to get girls one by one. It was too much of a bastard. Let's just slowly extend the time and leave it to fate. What are you doing? Lin Xian smiled and pinched her pink cheeks. Then Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes. Bastard, bastard, bastard. Zhao Yunqi's face turned red. I went to buy fried noodles. Then she raised her hand and put a few servings of fried noodles in a bag. Is there a portion for me? Lin Xian smiled and asked. Oh, I can give you mine. Lin Xian smiled and said, no need, I've already eaten. Then an Xian and the others took the fried noodles one by one. Wang Qianqian also walked over to eat. Lin Xian, are you here to write songs for an Xian? Zhao Yunqi asked expectantly. Yes. Lin Xian nodded. Wow. Zhao Yunqi couldn't help but exclaim. She idolized Lin Xian too much. She felt that it was a blessing to be able to see him write songs with her own eyes. An Xian, how many days until the awards ceremony? Lin Xian asked. An Xian said, 1 week. The deadline is 3 days later. That means that songs released in 3 days won't be counted in the awards. 3 days, then let's record 8 songs. An Xian. Other people might write a good song in a month, but this Lin Xian just calmly said that he would write 8 songs in 3 days. Wow. You guys eat first, I'll write one first. Lin Xian still remembered the bet for the Golden Melody Awards. He had to go for it at the end. Otherwise, he would lose one award, and all his previous efforts would go to waste. Ah, Lin Xian, you can write one song after we eat? That's amazing. Zhao Yunqi's mouth opened slightly as she looked at Lin Xian with stars in her eyes. Don't talk about me. You and Miao Xiao Miao are the real amazing ones. I want to give up my talent in this area and exchange it with you guys. Lin Xian smiled. This was definitely true. At this time, Ziqiyue, who was in disguise, walked in. Chapter 12:16. Phew, the wind is really strong today. Ziqiyue smiled as she took off her jacket and cap. Then, she shook her wavy hair. She was really beautiful. It was already summer, because Lin Xian had stayed there for half a year. It was already past August. Ziqiyue looked at Lin Xian and smiled. I heard that you were here, so I came over. Lin Xian rubbed his forehead and said, Beauty Z, even if you're here, I can't write songs for you. It's almost time for the award ceremony. I plan to help an Xian come up with a few more songs in the next few days to try for the awards. Ziqiyue sat down next to Miao Xiao Miao and smiled. I'm not here for you to write songs. I'm just here to have fun and watch you write songs. Watch me write songs? Don't tell me you've fallen in love with me? Lin Xian grinned. Miao Xiao Miao pouted. Stinky hooligan. Flirting with other girls every day. Ah, why is this Lin Xian such a hooligan? I'm so angry. Ziqiyue pondered for a moment and then smiled. Forget it. I'm not an old cow eating young grass. I'm mainly here to have fun with everyone. I just finished my work and came to Lin City a few days ago to give myself a break. Since you want to write songs, I'll learn from Senior Lin Xian. You won't be able to learn. Lin Xian shook his head and said, You won't be able to learn from a genius like me. Ziqiyue. She covered her mouth and chuckled. Then, she looked in front of Lin Xian and asked, Are you writing a song? Yes. Let me see. Ziqiyue walked over expectantly. The other girls were all sucking on the noodles and were extremely cute. This song was called Countdown. It was also a very good song. If it's a Golden Melody Award, the previous songs definitely won't be a problem. It might not even be able to win 4 or 5 Golden Melody Awards, Ziqiyue said. Lin Xian, not enough. Ziqiyue, still not enough? I made a bet with an Xian to help her win 10 awards at the Golden Melody Awards this time. Zichiyue. How should she put it? It was too exaggerated. Some people only wanted one Golden Melody Award for their entire lives. Sometimes one Golden Melody Award was enough to make a person successful. However, this Lin Xian was so confident that he could help her win 10 Golden Melody Awards. This was something that had never happened in history. It was mainly because he was too confident. How confident did this person have to be to say such words? Moreover, he had not only won a total of 10 awards, he had won 10 at the Golden Melody Awards this time. To be honest, Zichiyue didn't believe it, but it wasn't certain. If it was someone else, it wouldn't be possible. But if it was Lin Xian, then it was very possible. You guys are crazy. Zichiyue shook her head. It was indeed too crazy. If he really won 10 Golden Melody Awards, it would definitely cause a sensation. However, based on the quality of the previous songs, there was a possibility. By the way, have you noticed the recent rankings? Zichiyue asked an Xian. An Xian nodded. Wu Hongfeng's team asked senior Zhang Xiao to produce an entire album. Now they are crazily releasing songs. They should be aiming for the Golden Melody Awards. Zhang Xiao is also very talented. I also have 2 songs that he helped to produce. However, I have also listened to the latest songs. They are not bad, but there is still a certain gap between them and yours. At least in my opinion, the gap is quite big. However, the rankings of his songs are surprisingly good. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. How is it good? An Xian then opened the rankings and showed it to Lin Xian. An Xian's songs were all at the top. The entire chart was basically dominated by an Xian, and then Wu Hongfeng's songs. Although the top 3 songs were an Xian's songs, and one was Zichiyue's, the 4th, 5th, and 6th places were all taken by Wu Hongfeng's new songs. Perhaps, the 3rd place would also be taken by Wu Hongfeng in the future. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. How should I put it? Wu Hongfeng's current popularity is also very high. However, in terms of the quality of the songs, an Xian has dominated the rankings for so long. With so many songs being squeezed out in just 2 days, the possibility of cheating can't be ruled out. Zichiyue said. She was a veteran in the entertainment industry. She was very clear about these things. It would be too exaggerated if a song was directly pushed to the 1st or 2nd place. So it was pushed to the 4th, 5th, and 6th places. In this case, it would definitely be paid special attention by the Golden Melody Awards jury. Once it was paid special attention, the ranking would be higher, and the probability of winning would be much higher. It doesn't matter. An Xian shook her head. This time it was indeed a fight between 2 gods. Moreover, there were only 2 gods, an Xian and Wu Hongfeng, at least in the eyes of others. It has quite a lot to do with it. Moreover, his songs have pushed you down from the other smaller software awards. If it's a Golden Melody Award that may be related to data, he might even win it. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and said, It's okay. If he can win the Golden Melody Award by cheating, then I have to doubt the credibility of the Golden Melody Award jury. Let's release our songs. Here. Lin Xian then handed the first finished song to an Xian. Thank you. An Xian took it. What are you thanking me for? I wrote it for you because of our bet. I did it to win. I'm very curious about what your bet is. Zichiyue asked with a smile. Zhao Yunqi stuck out her pink tongue and said, I asked many times, but he just wouldn't tell me. An Xian's little face was slightly red. Anyway, I'll also participate in the Golden Melody Awards. Of course, I'm just going to take a look. These few days Lin Xian really did not do anything. He did not go to the martial arts academy even once. He just walked around with an Xian, Lu Yufan, Linglong Shui, Luo Chenxi, and Bai Xianxian. Of course, he spent most of his time writing songs for an Xian and the Art Xian group. Luo Chenxi was indeed Luo Chenxi. After taking over the Art Xian group for 3 days, she was basically familiar with it. Morong Qing was also relaxed, but wow, this Lin Xian was poisonous. How could there be so many beautiful girls around him? She still knew Luo Chenxi. She was a big star in the past. How could he poach such a person? The key point was that Lin Xian could let her sit in this position. It must mean that he trusted her a lot. Had they known each other for a long time? How could he trust her so much? The only reason she could think of was Luo Chenxi and Lin Xian had an affair. It must be so. Bastard Lin Xian. However, they got along well with each other. They were all beauties. Moreover, they had a cooperative working relationship. Lin Xian was the key. Next was the Golden Melody Award ceremony. Chapter 12-17. Lin Xian wrote a total of 18 songs for an Xian. Naturally, the ranking was needless to say. Now in the top 10, an Xian had 5 songs, Zichiyue had 1, and the remaining 4 songs were written by Wu Hongfeng. Lin Xian listened to Wu Hongfeng's songs and felt that they were not bad. They could be considered good songs, but it was impossible to squeeze out the other songs he wrote. If it was someone else who posted these songs, it was possible, but it was an Xian. With an Xian's traffic and popularity, such good songs were squeezed out by Wu Hongfeng's songs. Lin Xian didn't believe it. It was impossible for them not to be on the list. However, they were also smart. They did refresh the list, but they didn't dare to be too obvious. Normally, only one of his songs would be in the top 10. That song was indeed very good, but it would be ranked at the bottom. They only refreshed the list a little, and didn't dare to refresh the list too high. The purpose of refreshing the list was indeed to look good before the Golden Melody Award, and increase the probability of winning the award. The Golden Melody Awards had already been decided. However, only a few people knew about the winners of this award. They were all big shots in the entertainment industry. Basically, there was no possibility of them being bribed. They did not lack money or fame, so the fairness of this award was still relatively high. An Xian went to Zhangjiang City, where the award ceremony was held, a day in advance. Lin Xian took Miao Xiaomiao, Zhao Yunqi, Lu Yufan, and Yi Yi, the 4 beautiful girls, to Zhangjiang City in the Nebula car. Lin Xian, how many Golden Melody Awards do you think an Xian can win? Lu Yufan sat next to Lin Xian and asked. I think she should be able to get 7 or 8. As for whether she can get 10, I'm really not sure. Lin Xian said. Although he was very confident in these songs, there were some uncertain factors. Moreover, the last 8 songs were released too late. They should have been included in the selection, but because they were released too late, there was too little data in the market. Moreover, because every song in the front was too good, although the songs in the back were also very good, they couldn't rush into the top rankings in just a few days. Fortunately, the data didn't determine everything. Every song is super good. Zhao Yunqi loved every song from the bottom of her heart. She only had an Xian songs in her playlist and nothing else, and she never got tired of listening to them. Forget it. Let's just treat it as a tour when we reach Zhangjiang City. The Golden Hall was currently filled with people. They were all singers and actors from the entertainment industry. Half of them had definitely seen them on TV before. You would have an impression of them when you saw them. The others were some C-listers who had also been invited, including some managers and the like. As an important candidate this time, an Xian naturally sat in the first row. On her left and right were 2 very beautiful girls who seemed to have a good relationship with her. Everyone was chatting, and countless media reporters were constantly taking photos. This time, in the eyes of many people, an Xian and Wu Hongfeng were the 2 most likely candidates for the Golden Melody Award. Of course, there were other possibilities, such as songs that were not very popular but could still achieve the Golden Melody Award because of their quality. It was just that on the surface, it was the 2 of them. And is Lin Xian here? A beautiful woman in her late 20s asked curiously beside an Xian. I don't know. I didn't see him either. Moreover, an Xian hesitated for a moment and said, even if Lin Xian is here, he doesn't like to show his face. I can't say anything. Aya, we have such a good relationship. I like him very much. Don't worry, I won't say anything. Li Ziming said. All right, but he really isn't here yet. The door opened. Lin Xian walked in quietly with a few girls, and then sat in the most inconspicuous back corner. In the eyes of others, they were unknown C-listers who did not know anyone. Therefore, to avoid awkwardness, no one would chat with them. Wow. So many celebrities, wow. Lu Yufan's big eyes were twinkling with little stars. I said, calm down. Lin Xian rolled his eyes. Okay. Lu Yufan stuck out her pink tongue. However, this hall was really beautiful and dazzling. It was indeed worthy of such an award ceremony. Sister Chiyue isn't here? Zhao Yunqi glanced around. At this moment, the lights in the hall lit up and then the song started. Then Zichiyue walked out in a long purple dress. She was instantly greeted with applause and cheers from many celebrities. Then she sang the mellow song Sunny Day. Your song. Yi Yi's beautiful eyes lit up as she looked at Lin Xian. You're quite good. Lin Xian smiled. Sunny Day was ranked high. How should he put it? This song might have been at the top for a long time. Then a good song came and pushed it down. A few days later, it rose up again. It had always been like this. This was a song that could withstand the test of time. Of course, Lin Xian felt that there was another big reason, and that was the music video of this song. Don't be nervous. You have more than a dozen songs during this period. You will definitely win a Golden Melody Award. Maybe even 3 or 4. If it's done well this time, it will directly push you to the peak of your career, Liang Yu said to Wu Hongfeng. They were also sitting in the first row. After all, Wu Hongfeng was the latest competitor to fight with an Xian in Immortal. Plus, he was already popular, so he attracted even more attention. I know. It's just that last week, an Xian released 8 songs. Every one of them was so good, so I might be a little worried. Wu Hongfeng looked at Zichiyue who was singing on the stage and said, You have more than a dozen songs, and some of them are not bad. The Golden Melody Award jury should give you one of the awards. However, I'm afraid you won't be able to win the most valuable awards. But that's not necessarily true, because you have a good chance of winning the Golden Melody Award. You will definitely win this award. An Xian is not a newcomer, so she won't be able to win it, Liang Yu said. Wu Hongfeng nodded. After the song, Zichiyue bowed, and then stood on the small golden stage. Then, 2 people came on the left and right. One was a man who looked to be about 50 years old. He was one of the seniors in the music industry, Lin Feng. The other was a woman who was about 50 years old. She was also a senior. She was the previous generation's queen, Ji Xiaohong. Their appearance on the stage was immediately met with another round of applause. Zichiyue smiled and said with the microphone, Welcome everyone to the 29th Golden Melody Award ceremony. I am Zichiyue. Another round of applause. I am Lin Feng. I am your old friend Ji Xiaohong. Then the 3 of them started a conversation. Chapter 12:18. Zichiyue smiled and asked Lin Feng. Senior Lin Feng, you are also a respected senior in our music industry. At the same time, you are also one of the judges of the Golden Melody Awards. I feel that everyone is looking forward to it. Can you reveal a little information about the Golden Melody Awards? Of course, Zichiyue said it on purpose. After all, she wanted to have a conversation. Haha, that won't do. To be honest, although I am one of the judges of the Golden Melody Awards, there are hundreds of seniors and friends in the music industry. The Golden Melody Awards are partly based on our votes and rankings. It also depends on some data and public popularity. But to be honest, I don't know who will win the awards now. Lin Feng said with a smile. I see. If I can be a judge one day, I will know. Then, Zichiyue said with a smile. The following award ceremony will be broadcasted live. Let's start the live broadcast now. Then, all the audience waiting in front of their mobile phones and computer screens watched this scene excitedly. When the screen was black, the bullet screen was crazily filled with the names of an Xian, Zichiyue, Wu Hongfeng, and other stars. Of course, Lin Xian was also mentioned. Now let's not waste any more time. Let's start the first Golden Melody Awards. The first award is the Best Group of the Year. Let me look at the big screen and see which groups have been nominated. Then the big screen began to flash. One after another, groups appeared with the music video of the song. At this time, Zichiyue slowly opened the card in her hand. I announced that the winner of the 29th Annual Best Group Award is Super Peak Group. The first 2 awards had nothing to do with an Xian. Lin Xian watched from the back anxiously. How many Golden Melody Awards were there? Could she win 10? Damn. Lin Feng then said. The next award is the Best Mandarin Album of the Year. Let's look at the big screen and see who has been nominated. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. He had a chance to win this award. The nominees for the Best Mandarin Album of the Year are an Xian's album Miaoan Xuan, Wu Hongfeng's album Heaven and Earth, and Zhang Yu's album Mockery. Wow! Everyone watching the live broadcast crazily filled the screen with an Xian's and Lin Xian's names. I bet an Xian will win the award. This album is so F***king sensational. The 10 songs inside were simply invincible. If this Golden Melody Award doesn't belong to an Xian, I'll never F***king believe in this Golden Melody Award ceremony again. Of course it's an Xian. It was this album that allowed me to meet Lin Xian. It's also the only album where I can sing all 10 songs. Relax, relax. Lin Xian, Lin Xian. The bullet screen of the live stream was rolling like crazy. Lin Feng opened the card and glanced at it. Then, a thought-provoking smile appeared on his face. Then, I now announce that the winner of the annual Mandarin Album Award is the album Miaoan Xuan, brought by our new generation of rising stars, an Xian. Whoosh! Amidst the applause, an Xian walked up the stage happily. Thank you everyone. Thank you to my fans, thank you to the judges, and thank you to my friend Lin Xian. After that, she omitted 100 or 200 words from her acceptance speech. Then, she walked down the stage with the trophy in her hand. Wu Hongfeng's face darkened. His album also had a chance to win an award. Since an Xian won it, the chances of him winning an award were even lower. An Xian turned to look at Lin Xian, then turned back. Then the next award will be more impressive. It's the annual Best Female Singer. When Lin Xian heard this award, the corner of his mouth curled up. He must have won it. I announce that the winner of the annual Best Female Singer is an Xian. Amidst the background music of Sunny Day, an Xian walked up the stage again. Damn, what an honor. An Xian's honor. To be honest, Lin Xian really helped an Xian a lot. I wonder how many awards an Xian will win this time. I think it'll be quite a lot. I guarantee at least 4. That's quite an exaggeration. Lin Xian and an Xian are really a godly duo. Then, let me announce that the winner of the annual Best Male Singer is Wu Hongfeng straightened his tie and was about to stand up. This award should be his. The winner of this award is Lin Xian. When Ji Xiaohong said this name, she was a little stunned. Lin Xian was amazing, but he wasn't a singer. What? Lin Xian? Has he joined the entertainment industry? That's impossible. I haven't seen him. Then what's going on? Although I don't think there's anything wrong with it, it's still very strange. Lin Xian was also dumbfounded. Damn, why was there still him? Wu Hongfeng froze on the spot. At this moment, someone ran up to Ji Xiaohong and whispered a few words into her ear before leaving. Oh, it's like this. Someone just told me the reason. Although this Mr. Lin Xian didn't join the entertainment industry, he participated in the singing of an Xian songs. At the same time, he caused quite a stir among the fans on the internet. His influence was quite big. Several hundred judges felt that even if he didn't join the entertainment industry, they still hoped that he could be included in the list of nominees. In the end, they voted for Lin Xian. Everyone was enlightened. Damn, this Lin Xian has changed the rules, hasn't he? Nonsense, he's so talented that he even caused a phenomenal sensation in the music industry. Even if those seniors in the music industry don't want to give him this face, they can't stand up to our bombardment. Ha ha ha. A certain male celebrity with the surname Wu is going to die of anger. His fans are probably in despair. Ha ha ha. Then, Wu Hongfeng's fans and those who were gloating over his misfortune started flaming him in the bullet screen. Lin Xian shouldn't be here, right? Even if he was, he probably wouldn't show himself. Then an Xian, please help me take back Lin Xian's trophy. An Xian went up to take back Lin Xian's trophy. Wu Hongfeng clenched his fists tightly. Why? A big award that he was sure to win had actually been taken away by someone who didn't even set foot in the entertainment industry. He hated it. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh out loud. Damn. This group of people is interesting. If he joined the entertainment industry, he would probably become a senior. Next, I'll announce the next award, Best MV of the Year. Let's take a look at the nominees. When the nominees were announced, everyone was shocked. 5 nominees. 5 songs, all from one person. An Excian. When they saw this, everyone in front of their screens couldn't help but laugh out loud. This was too fucking domineering. It was too unreasonable. Ha ha ha. This was probably going to be recorded in history. Wow, this is the first time I've seen something like this. Since the winner has been decided, let's take a look at which song it is. The winner of Best MV of the Year is Sunny Day. Zichiua said with a smile. There was no doubt that it was the winner of this award. Chapter 12:19. An Excian walked up the stage once again to receive her award. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my friends. I'm very grateful. An Excian bowed slightly and walked off the stage. Zichiua then smiled and said, An Excian is brilliant today. She has already won 3 Golden Melody Awards in such a short time. Lin Feng smiled and said, If I remember correctly, Heavenly Lady Z has won the most Golden Melody Awards in one award ceremony, right? I think you won 6 Golden Melody Awards in one ceremony. Then he looked at the crowd and said, Then, can an Excian surpass yesterday's Heavenly Lady and become the second Heavenly Lady? Zichiua said, I don't think there's a problem. The bullet screen was also discussing crazily. I really don't think there's a problem this time. There are about 30 Golden Melody Awards, right? Excluding those that have nothing to do with an Excian, there should be about a little more than 10. Damn. In the entire music industry, 6 out of 10 awards related to a singer? I suddenly feel that it's a bit exaggerated. An Excian has won 4 awards in the past, and that was an Excian's peak. Now don't forget that there's Lin Xian. This Lin Xian was able to make the Golden Melody Awards judges make an exception and award him as the best male singer. Do you think it's impossible for an Excian to win 6 awards this year? Wow. In the end, it's still that Lin Xian. Lin Xian, I love you. At this moment, Wu Hongfeng was so upset that he wanted to cry. It's okay. It's good that we can win 1 award. It's good enough that we can win 1 award. The Best Newcomer Award will definitely be yours. Liang Yu comforted Wu Hongfeng. Then, let's give out the next award, the Best Newcomer Award of the Year. The nominees for the Best Newcomer Award of the Year are Wu Hongfeng, Zhang Qi, Hai Xiaoyu and Lin Xian. Wow. Everyone else was fine, but Lin Xian was also here? Lin Feng then explained with a smile. Since Mr. Lin Xian has won the Best Male Singer Award, it means that our Golden Melody Awards jury has already seen Lin Xian as a member of the music industry. Therefore, he is qualified to participate in the Golden Melody Awards. Lin Xian sat at the back, feeling helpless. Wow. What were these people trying to do? Did they just force him into the entertainment industry? Bastard. Wow. Lin Xian, is this award yours? Lu Yufan said enviously. What's the point? Lin Xian expressed his discomfort. He didn't want the award himself. He wanted to give the award to an Excian. People are so angry that they don't get the award, but you're not happy when you get it. Miao Xiao Miao grumbled. Cough cough. In everyone's eyes, there was probably no suspense to this award. Wu Hongfeng clenched his fists tightly. It's him. It had to be him. This was the only award he had the highest chance of winning. It had to be him. It mustn't be this Lin Xian. Then, I hereby announce that the winner of the Best Newcomer Award is Lin Xian. Whoosh. Wu Hongfeng's eyes suddenly shrank, and the veins in his eyes suddenly increased. Why? Why did it have to be Lin Xian during his peak year? Why? Why did this Lin Xian not even belong to the entertainment industry? Yet he was able to win awards consecutively. But what was his status? He had no right to give his opinion to the Golden Melody Award Committee. They were made up of hundreds of veterans in the music industry. What right did Wu Hongfeng have? No one in the entire music industry had the right to have any opinions about this committee. An Excian's beautiful eyes lit up slightly. Lin Xian was really amazing. He hadn't even joined the entertainment industry and he had already won 2 awards. An Excian, I'll have to trouble you to bring this award to Mr. Lin Xian again. Lin Xian smiled and said to an Xian. An Xian then walked up the stage amidst a round of applause and took the award. Damn. This Lin Xian is invincible. Today might be his home ground. That's amazing. This is the first time I've seen someone who hasn't joined the entertainment industry, yet the music industry still forcefully gave him an award. It has to be this Lin Xian. It can't be helped. All of Lin Xian's songs have dominated the charts. This kind of phenomenal situation has only been achieved by Zi Qiyue at her peak. Now that she has become a heavenly concubine, Lin Xian has caused a sensation in the music industry. The reason for this situation can only mean that most of the veterans in the music industry are especially fond of his songs. Don't forget, in this short half a year, Lin Xian has another record. I'm guessing that he'll take away this award. What record? Keep watching. You'll know when you see it. This year's Golden Melody Award ceremony inexplicably makes me feel very special, and I like it very much. Ji Xiaohong said with a smile. That's because there are many talented people pouring into the music industry every year, injecting vitality into our music industry, Lin Feng said with a smile. Then let's announce the next award. This award is also very valuable. In a sense, it represents the music industry's recognition of a certain singer's songs and talent. This award is called the Annual Number of Competing Songs Award. Ji Xiaohong paused for a moment, then said, as for this award, I might need to explain. This award is based on data, because in the music industry, there are countless programs every year, such as singing competitions, star creation programs, talent shows, and even any variety show's background music. In these programs, the participating singers will choose their songs to compete in. At the same time, the variety show often intersperses the background music. This award is based on the combination of all the songs that have appeared in all the variety shows this year. There will always be a singer whose song appears in these programs the most times. The more times it appears, the more times it is selected to be adapted by other singers. This proves that in their hearts, these songs are good songs. Okay, then I announce that the winner of the Annual Number of Competing Songs Award is an Xian. Wow. Then an Xian walked onto the stage amidst a round of applause. That's right, this is the award. This is the record that Lin Xian helped an Xian win. The song from that album has been performed by more than 100 singers in various programs in the past 6 months. Especially that song, Sunny Day, has appeared in more than 1,000 different programs in half a year. It's too exaggerated. Wow. This Lin Xian is really amazing. This is an Xian's 4th award. This year, she has reached the same level as her peak. This year, she will definitely surpass it. An Xian's speech was almost finished. She could only say a few words awkwardly and walk off the stage. Next, we will announce a very valuable award, the Best Lyricist of the Year. Zi Qiyue smiled and opened the card. I announce that the winner of the Best Lyricist of the Year is Lin Xian. Wow. Chapter 12:20. The Best Lyricist of the Year award was equivalent to the Best Male and Best Female Singers awards. As for Lin Xian, he won 3 awards. Wow. That's too scary. There's a total of 10 awards, right? An Xian got 4, and Lin Xian got 3. What are the two of them up to? I thought that an Xian and Wu Hongfeng would be fighting it out this year, but I didn't expect that poor Wu Hongfeng would end up as an accessory. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian is awesome. An Xian went on stage to give Lin Xian another award. Next up, we will announce the Best Lyricist of the Year award. The winner is Lin Xian's Sunny Day. Wow. It's well-deserved. It's definitely well-deserved. This year's Lin Xian songs, be it the melody or lyrics, are absolutely impeccable. If it were anyone else, I would really be suspicious. How awesome. Lin Xian has won 4 awards. Lin Xian. Wow. His mind was blown. Why did he have to make himself the lyricist and composer of the song? If it were an Xian, wouldn't she have won 6 awards by now? Wow. Uncomfortable. Sob sob sob. If others knew what Lin Xian was thinking, they would probably scold him. You're uncomfortable? The ones who were even more uncomfortable were sitting below. This Mr. Lin Xian is really going to become a legend in the music industry. Nothing like this has ever happened in all these years. He didn't even join the music industry, but he took away 4 trophies. Lin Feng couldn't help but laugh as he said that. Ji Xiaohong said, "But I feel that it's well deserved. This Mr. Lin Xian's songs have become a phenomenon this year. Now, anyone who walks around a bustling city for a few minutes will hear Mr. Lin Xian's songs." Alright, then let's announce the next award, Best Lyricist. Lyricist and composer were 2 completely different things. Well, next up, I will announce that the nominees for Best Lyricist are Zhang Xiao Lin Xian, and an Xian. Wow! It's Lin Xian again. Just ask him which award he's not nominated for. He's invincible. Then who should this award be given to? Most of the singers in an Xian's Jilingshuan participated in the arrangement of the music. Of course, it was not done independently. It must be an Xian. Lin Xian prayed there. Yi and the others' mouths twitched. Wow, this person is so infuriating. Next, I announce that the winner of the Best Arranger of the Year award is. They hesitated between Lin Xian and an Xian for this award. But after thinking about it, an Xian was in the music industry, and they wanted to make her famous. They really liked this young lady, so if this award was given to Lin Xian, it would be another loss. They could still make this decision, so they gave it to an Xian. Lin Xian let out a long sigh of relief. He was scared to death, scared to death. An Xian went up on stage again to win her 5th award. She was really excited. An Xian, this should be the first time you've won 5 awards at the Golden Melody Awards, right? Zichiyua asked with a smile. Yes, thank you everyone. An Xian nodded. Good luck. Thank you, Sister Chiyua. Then an Xian walked down the stage. Next up, we will announce an award that is purely based on data. That is the award for the most played song of the year. Please take a look at the big screen. Then the big screen showed the top 10 songs with the most played songs. Sunny Day was in first place. Holy shit. That's too exaggerated. What did you find out about the top 10 songs? They were all F** King written by Lin Xian this year. 9 of them are an Xian's and 1 is Zichiyue's. But Zichiyue's song was also written by Lin Xian. Damn. If this Lin Xian joins the music industry, wouldn't he be crowned emperor? Didn't you notice that Wu Hongfeng's 2 songs have always been in the top 10? He even got first place in all the other small stations. Why didn't he squeeze into the top 10 for this award? Everyone, please take a closer look. Wu Hongfeng's face darkened, but he still had to maintain a smile. Wow, this is a bit too exaggerated, but I think it's reasonable. Then, we will give this award to our Xian again without any suspense. Zichiyue said with a smile. With the background music of Sunny Day, an Xian went up on stage to receive her award again. 6 already, Zichiyue said with a smile. An Xian blushed. Heavenly Concubine Z, an Xian tied with your record. Yes, Heavenly Concubine, Zichiyue said with a smile. An Xian hurriedly said, Sister Chiyue, don't joke around. Ha ha ha, it will be one day. An Xian then ran down with a red face. She glanced at Lin Xian and stuck out her pink tongue at him. Then she sat there quietly. Alright, the next award is a very big one. It's a very prestigious award. The best single of the year. There are millions of songs in a year. It's really difficult to choose one from them. Then let's take a look at the big screen. Who are the nominees for the best single of the year? The big screen then began to flash one by one. The first song was Sunny Day. The second song was Angel and the Devil. The third song was Those Flowers. The fourth song was Sunny Day. 10 songs. The 10 songs that Lin Xian wrote for an Xian all dominated the charts. Gulp. Everyone stared at the screen with their mouths agape. F***CK. I'm really convinced. Wow. They're all an Xian songs. They're all written by Lin Xian. This. Lin Xian is F***King Invincible. What is this called? He beat the entire music industry by himself. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. An Xian's mouth fell open when she saw this scene. Wasn't this too exaggerated? Wu Hongfeng clenched his fists tightly. His song wasn't on the list? This is going to be interesting. Zichiyue couldn't help but laugh out loud. She especially admired Lin Xian in her heart. She couldn't even do this when she was at her peak. Lin Xian's record was probably unsurpassable by anyone. Then let's look forward to which song an Xian wrote to become the best single of the year. You can check it on your phones and let everyone see if they guess correctly. Then, Sunny Day was crazily spammed on all the platforms. The results of this song were beyond doubt. Occasionally, other songs would appear, but they were instantly squeezed out by Sunny Day. Sunny Day, is it? Then let's see if this award is. Zichiyue said as she opened her card and smiled. I hereby announce that the winner of the Best Single of the Year award is an Xian Sunny Day. There was no doubt. Then, an Xian went on stage to receive her 7th award. She had broken the record that Zichiyue had dominated for a long time in the music industry. An Xian, you've broken a record today. Zichiyue smiled. Thank you for your help, Sister Chiyue. I'll always be a junior. Also, thank you for Lin Xian's help. If it weren't for him, I definitely wouldn't be where I am now. Chapter 1221. The next award, Best Male and Female Duet Song of the Year. This award was not as good as the Best Single award, but it was still a Golden Melody award. The winner was Lin Xian. An Xian's Choral C. An Xian's 8th award. The next award, Best Ancient Style award. The winner was an Xian's A Taoist Nun Friend. An Xian's 9th award was in her hands. Lin Xian was sitting in the back. The last one, just one more to go. Meanwhile, those people in front of their phones and computers had been deceived. Holy shit. A fight between the immortals? They were still guessing that it would be a fight between the immortals this year. But what happened next? An Xian dominated the rankings by herself. Was this the Golden Melody Award ceremony? This was practically an Xian's award ceremony. The only person who could compete with an Xian was Lin Xian. But Lin Xian was with her? Wow. Holy shit. An Xian has won 9 awards. The previous record was Zichiyue, who won 6 awards. Not only did an Xian break that record, she even won 9 awards. This is a record that can never be broken. This Lin Xian is too scary. Wow. Begging Lin Xian to join the music industry. Begging. Tens of thousands of people are begging Lin Xian to join the music industry. Emomin's comments began to flood the screen like crazy. Lin Xian, take a look at this. Yi handed the cell phone to Lin Xian. Lin Xian saw the comments on the screen. Tens of thousands of people are begging for blood? Let's see if they bleed. Lin Xian handed the cell phone back to Yi. Join the music industry? That was impossible. Was he free? Why would he join the music industry for no reason? Did he want to sign it? Did he want a name? Did he need one? Even if he did not join the music industry, would the name Lin Xian be famous? He already had a name. It was just that they did not know what he looked like. To Lin Xian, it was more important for him to improve his skills. What was the point of singing? Of course, many people made different choices. Some people liked this kind of life, such as an Xian. But no matter how she sang, an Xian would definitely step onto the path of cultivation in the future. Because even if it was the simplest path, if you wanted to maintain your youth and live longer, then you had to raise your cultivation. There was still one last award. Lin Xian did not know much about the Golden Melody Awards. He did not know what other awards there were. If there weren't 10, then who could Lin Xian blame? He could only blame himself for snatching an Xian's awards. As for an Xian, how should she put it? Excitement, anticipation, nervousness, and fear. She actually won 9 awards in one go. It was unbelievable. It was really unbelievable. Lin Xian was too amazing. But if she really got 10, would she become Lin Xian's girlfriend? She was really grateful to Lin Xian for helping her get these things. But she really didn't know what to do. What should she choose? What should she do? Zichiyue glanced at him and smiled. The next award is for Best Album Producer of the Year. Lin Xian. This award didn't seem to have anything to do with him. Although he helped with the album, he was only limited to writing the songs. As for the production, it was an Xian. So this had nothing to do with him. Next, I announced that the winner of the Best Album Producer of the Year is Anexian. When she heard this name, Anexian's mind went blank. At this time, the award seemed inexplicably unimportant to her. More importantly, on Lin Xian's side. Wow, she had really gotten 10. Did that mean she was Lin Xian's girlfriend? Congratulations, you won 10 Golden Melody Awards in one go. I'm afraid no one will be able to surpass this record. Zichiyue handed the trophy to Anexian and smiled. Envious? Not at all. Because she no longer needed to struggle. Now, she could even leave the music industry and choose an ordinary life. Because her status in the music industry could no longer be higher. The only thing she could do was continue to release her favorite songs and let others like them. She had stopped accepting variety shows a long time ago because she no longer needed variety shows to gain fame. Of course, some people liked the feeling of reality shows, but that was another story. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Lin Xian. If it wasn't for Lin Xian, how could I be where I am now? Lin Xian is really amazing. Anexian smiled and said. At this moment, Lin Xian was extremely happy. 10 awards, waha. The girls were in his hands. Lin Xian and Anexian had been together for a long time. He knew that Anexian wasn't the kind of person to cheat. And he felt good. Look at Lin Xian. He's smiling evilly again. Lu Yufan nudged Yi with his elbow and pointed at Lin Xian. Yi looked over. Which girl had caught Lin Xian's attention again? The awards ceremony ended. This time, Anexian was completely famous. There was also another person, and that was Lin Xian. Previously, there had been discussions about Lin Xian on the internet. But now, there was no longer any noise. Hundreds of veterans in the music industry and experienced musicians were so positive and praised Lin Xian. How could a bunch of people who didn't know anything talk about him? Lin Xian brought Lu Yufan, Miao Xiaomiao, Zhao Yunqi, and Yi to a restaurant. They booked a private room and ordered food. Not long after, Anexian and Zichiyue sneaked in. Phew, we were almost discovered. Anexian patted her chest and took off her mask. Where's the trophy? Lin Xian glanced at it. I asked Sister Ling to bring it back. I can't carry so many trophies. They're too heavy. Anexian stuck out her tongue and sat down. Oh, by the way, I'll give you your trophies when the time comes. Anexian said. Lin Xian nodded. Whatever. I don't want them. You can keep them. Huh. I don't want them. Why? You can keep them for your collection. Lin Xian smiled. Then can I keep 2 for my collection? Zichiyue said with a smile. Anything is fine. Lin Xian grinned. Amazing. Your song and Anexian won more than a dozen Golden Melody Awards. You've made history. Zichiyue sat down and said. I can't help it. I'm just talented. Sister Chiyue will definitely be better next year. Anexian said. Zichiyue rubbed her delicate chin and said. Not necessarily. It's hard to say if I'll still be in the music industry next year. Huh. Sister Chiyue, are you going to quit the music industry? Anexian's mouth opened slightly. Zichiyue nodded and said. Yes, after all, I'm not young anymore. It's time to quit and improve my realm. If I don't improve my realm, it'll be too late. I've been in the music industry for so long. I've worked hard and gained a lot. When the time comes, you'll be the same. Anexian nodded. But I haven't completely decided whether it's this year or next year. To be honest, I want to live a less tiring life. Zichiyue then looked at Lin Xian and said, how nice would it be to find a boyfriend and live with him? Chapter 12:22. Lin Xian was shocked. Why was Zichiyue looking at him when she said she was looking for a boyfriend? Could it be that she was hinting? Oh no, was she telling him something? Lin Xian pondered for a moment. He didn't seem to have much contact with Zichiyue. Was a superstar like her looking for him to be her boyfriend? There was something fishy going on. Zichiyue was simply too beautiful, especially since she was a big star and a heavenly concubine. She gave people a special kind of desire to conquer her. She was the kind of goddess in the hearts of thousands of people. If you could conquer her, TSK, just thinking about it made you feel very good. Hey, what are you thinking about? Miao Xiaomiao patted Lin Xian's head. Ahem. Lin Xian came back to his senses and said with a smile. Beautiful Chiyue, it's not easy to find a boyfriend. There are plenty of men for you to choose from. Zi Chiyue smiled slightly and poured herself a glass of red wine. Then shouldn't I find a boyfriend I like? Zi Chiyue said with a smile. Sister Chiyue, who do you like? An Xian asked expectantly. They weren't the only ones who cared about Zi Chiyue's love life. The entire continent cared about it. If Zi Chiyue were to announce that she was in love one day, there was no doubt that her Weibo would be paralyzed on that day. I don't know. If I like someone, I probably wouldn't be single right now. Zi Chiyue said with a smile. Yi Yi asked. There were rumors online that Sister Chiyue and Xiao Sheng are a couple. Zi Chiyue said with a smile. Xiao Sheng and I are friends. But your relationship seems very good. Yi Yi said. It's very good. He likes men. Everyone. Damn. The entertainment industry is really messed up. Why are there so many gay people? Lin Xian couldn't help but complain. Who else? Zi Chiyue and the others looked at Lin Xian curiously. Lin Xian shook his head. No, I just heard about it. Luo Chenxi's boyfriend of 10 years was also gay. Lin Xian had never met a third person who was gay. He had never even heard of such a person. In this entertainment industry, TSK. The entertainment industry was really scary. Let's not talk about this anymore, let's drink. After they finished eating and drinking, Lin Xian and the others boarded the plane to return home. Don't worry, Zi Chiyue and the others might have some other arrangements. After returning to Lin City, Lin Xian first went to the Art Pavilion Corporation to check on the situation. As for the matter of an Xian, his future girlfriend, he would wait for her to come to Lin City before settling it. There was no rush now. In the Art Xian group, Luo Chenxi was sitting in the office while Morong Qing was on the other side. The two of them cooperated quite well. Lin Xian pushed the door open and walked into Luo Chenxi's office. Luo Chenxi raised her head and glanced at Lin Xian. His first reaction upon seeing Lin Xian was, he wanted to hammer him to death. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? Lin Xian looked at Luo Chenxi's expression and could not help but laugh out loud. I really want to strangle you to death now. Luo Chenxi gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Oh. Lin Xian then locked the office door behind him and walked over to Luo Chenxi and placed her on his lap. What's the matter? Lin Xian asked with a smile. What's the matter? Didn't you know? I was leisurely eating, drinking and having fun, living a happy life. You brought me here and made me sleep for only 4 hours a day for the past few days. Damn it. Luo Chenxi hated Lin Xian to the core. Although she could earn money, she was not short of money. She was very angry. Normally, he could play as much as he liked and sleep as long as he wanted. But now, damn it. Then I'll let you relax, okay? Don't you dare. Lin Xian then pushed her onto the table and smiled. Then, an indescribable sound came from the office. Bastard. Luo Chenxi gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian with a blushing face. Bastard. Why did she have to meet him? Damn it. Are you comfortable now? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Get lost. Luo Chenxi rolled her eyes at Lin Xian and quickly ran to the bathroom. Lin Xian then stretched. Sigh. He thought of Linya again when he came here. Knock, knock, knock. At this moment, someone knocked on the office door. The door handle turned, but did not open. Morong Qing stood outside in confusion. Why did he lock the door? Lin Xian walked over and opened the door. He saw the beautiful Morong Qing in front of him. Morong Qing was slightly stunned when she saw Lin Xian. Then she revealed a thought-provoking smile. Lin Xian was in Luo Chenxi's office, and the office door was locked. What would a normal person think? Most importantly, Luo Chenxi was hired by Lin Xian. Since Lin Xian dared to let her sit in this position, it proved that Lin Xian trusted her. And now, the relationship between the two of them was self-evident. This Lin Xian was quite impressive. Luo Chenxi was a big boss and a big star. Although she had retired for many years, she was still the dream lover of many people. Lin Xian managed to get her. Luo Chenxi hurriedly tidied her clothes in the bathroom. Cough, cough. Why are you looking at me like that? Lin Xian coughed dryly. Where's Luo Chenxi? She went to wash her face, Lin Xian said. At this moment, Luo Chenxi walked out looking very calm. I'm sorry. Maybe I've been working for too long. I need to wash my face. Luo Chenxi said with a smile. If you really can't do it, go back and rest, Morong Qing said with a smile. No need. I still have some work on hand. What's the matter? Well, I'm handing over some work. Come in and take a seat. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. I'll get you some water. Morong Qing smiled and looked at Lin Xian. You're a big boss. You'll get us some water? Of course. Do you want some tea? Sure. Morong Qing followed Luo Chenxi to the desk. Then, Morong Qing sniffed slightly. It was a strange smell. What's wrong? Luo Chenxi asked. Oh, nothing. Then, the two of them walked together and handed over their work. Lin Xian brought them some tea. As the two of them handed over their work, Lin Xian listened by the side. Oh, by the way, there's a very important question. Is Yixian Group maintaining the status quo, or continuing to expand? Morong Qing asked Lin Xian, who was beside her. If we continue to expand, do we have the capital? Expansion is easy. Naturally, we don't lack the capital. It's just that if we continue to expand, you may need to find a person in charge. If not, it's fine to maintain the status quo. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. Let's maintain the status quo first. If the two of you get tired and quit, won't I be King confused? Just remember to pay them more. Chapter 12:23. After Lin Xian left the art pavilion group, it was already dark. Under normal circumstances, they would have gotten off work by now. However, since Luo Chenxi had just taken over the company a few days ago and had some other matters to attend to, the two leaders might be busy for a while. Lin Xian lit a cigarette and sat on the steps not far away, thinking about life. Now he might be able to consider breaking through to the celestial venerable realm. However, the difficulty of breaking through to the celestial venerable realm was not small, and it would take some time. After all, this realm required a lot of experience points. Now let's meet the girls first and then get ready to grind levels. Lin Xian then went to Linglong Shui and the others. At this moment, the three of them were eating hot pot. Knowing that Linya was fine, they were relieved. Naturally, their lives were very comfortable. Little Shishir sat on Linglong Shui's lap, her big eyes staring straight at them eating delicious food. She didn't know what it was, but she knew that it was delicious. Her saliva was about to flow out, but she couldn't eat it. Her teeth had not grown out yet. How could she eat these things? Seeing that Lin Xian had arrived, Bing Lingyue got up and went to the kitchen to get a pair of chopsticks for Lin Xian. Little baby. Lin Xian carried little Shishir and played with her in his arms. Little Shishir then pointed at the delicious food on the table with all her might and looked at Lin Xian with her big eyes. Her meaning was very clear. She wanted to eat, but they wouldn't let her eat, so she was begging her dear father to help her get something delicious. You can't eat it yet. If you want to eat it, you have to wait for a while. You can only eat it when you grow up. Lin Xian smiled and pinched her pink cheeks. Little Shishir then unhappily bit Lin Xian's hand. You little girl. Lin Xian could not help but laugh. Little Dragoni can eat it. I'm happy. Little Dragoni hugged a meatball and happily flew a few rounds. Little Shishir was so envious that she pouted. You've grown up again? Lin Xian glanced at Dragoni and noticed that she seemed to have grown a little. Linglong Shui nodded. Yes, I've grown a little. Then maybe it won't be long before it becomes as big as a normal person. Lin Xian said expectantly. Dragoni being young also has its advantages, but Lin Xian still wants her to be a bit older. After all, she'll be able to do other things. Now that I've grown up, I can eat even more delicious food. Dragoni said happily. You're eating quite a lot now. Ling Longyue could not help but ask. Hee. Lin Xian, I'm so bored. Let's go out and play after dinner, okay? Ling Longyue looked at Lin Xian pleadingly. She's a very proud girl. Normally she wouldn't be like this, but she's really bored. It was not fun for her to go out alone. Compared to Sister Bing, there was something different. Some time ago, when Linglong Shui was pregnant and had just given birth, they had been accompanying her. She had not had fun for a long time. Okay. Lin Xian nodded. Then Lin Xian looked at little Shir in his arms and asked Linglong Shui, "Little Shir, have you gone out to play?" Linglong Shui shook her head. "At most, I've carried her around the neighborhood. I haven't gone out." "Then let's eat together. This girl is still trying to eat good food. Do you know that the nai you're drinking is the one your father wants to drink?" The three girls. Stinky hooligan. After eating, the few of them put on their clothes, and then Linglong Shui carried little Shir and walked out. They didn't go out to play too much. Actually, they just went out for a walk. They didn't go to places with too many people, because they were too beautiful. If they went to places like the mall, it would be a mess. However, as long as Lin Xian was around, just going out for a walk felt very different. When they returned at night, Lin Xian naturally didn't have to say much. He went into the room with Linglong Shui. Last time, he was really screwed over by little Shir. Lin Xian didn't do anything to Linglong Shui the entire night. This fairy Lin Xian was really craving for it. He had craved it for too long. No matter what tonight, even if this girl cried and made a scene here, he would have to push Linglong Shui down. In his memory, Lin Xian and Linglong Shui had known each other for so long, but they hadn't done it more than 5 times. Damn. When he thought of this, Lin Xian felt a little scared. The baby was already born, and they hadn't done it more than 5 times. One could imagine how much Lin Xian craved it. Little Shir was lying in the crib. She seemed to be a little active tonight. She kept swinging her little hands and feet, refusing to sleep. "Ah, my great aunt, please go to sleep." Lin Xian looked at the little girl with a sad expression. Linglong Shui's face was slightly red. "Why don't you go and find Lingyu?" Linglong Shui said to Lin Xian. If little Shir didn't sleep, how could they do it? Although she didn't understand, and they could ignore it, it still felt weird. What if this girl cried and made a scene in the middle of it? Would they really not care? Of course they would care. How should he put it? Actually, Linglong Shui also wanted to be intimate with Lin Xian. She was different from before. Now that the baby was so big, would she still reject Lin Xian's needs? Of course not. But what could they do if little Shir didn't sleep? "But I just want to do it with you now," Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. It wasn't that Bing Lingyue wasn't pretty. Damn, Bing Lingyue was a queen. How could Lin Xian not want to do it with her? It was just that Linglong Shui and his baby were already pregnant. Lin Xian just wanted to spend more time with her. He felt very guilty. When the baby was born, and Linglong Shui was pregnant for half a year, he didn't even spend a day with her. But little Shir doesn't sleep. Linglong Shui was helpless. Lin Xian then glared at little Shir. "You're making a scene. If you make a scene again, I'll hit you." Little Shir pursed her lips. "Hee good girl." Lin Xian smiled, then turned to Linglong Shui. Your face." Linglong Shui looked at Lin Xian's face with slight surprise. "Ah, what's wrong?" Lin Xian looked at himself in the mirror, puzzled. A big turtle pattern had appeared on his forehead for no reason. Lin Xian. Damn. You little girl. This girl was amazing. She directly used the law of creation to create a turtle pattern on his face. Little Shir waved her little hand and smiled happily. "Are you my biological daughter?" Linglong Shui nodded seriously. "Yes. Good. You little girl, you're amazing. Just you wait. When you grow up, I'll teach you a lesson. You have to go home before dark. You can't sleep in. When the time comes, I'll sign you up for 8 tutoring classes and let you learn piano, violin, guitar. You forced me to do this." Linglong Shui. Chapter 12:24. Xiao Shir didn't really understand. She didn't understand at all, but she vaguely felt that her future was going to be very difficult. Of course, Lin Xian was just scaring her to help her vent her anger. This girl was too naughty. She was so young and didn't know anything, yet she was already so naughty. She would probably be even naughtier in the future. Good girl, go to sleep. Lin Xian grinned at Xiao Shir. Little Shir pouted her lips once more. Wah! Then she started crying, and it was the kind of crying that only thundered but didn't rain. Lin Xian. Wah! This little girl. Ling Longshui hurriedly went over and hugged her. And she stopped crying in an instant. Fine. I lose to you. Lin Xian angrily pinched her little face. Go find Ling Yue, we'll talk tomorrow. Ling Longshui said to Lin Xian. Okay, then I'll go find little Icy. Lin Xian then glared at Xiao Shishir, opened the door and walked out. After walking out, Lin Xian sat in the living room and bitterly smoked a cigarette. Xiao Shishir would probably take after him when she grew up, and definitely not Ling Longshui. If she took after Ling Longshui, she would definitely be a cold little tsundere. But now, she was too naughty. After smoking a cigarette, Lin Xian walked to Bing Lingyue's door. Her room's lights were already off. Then Lin Xian gently twisted the door handle, pushed the door open and walked in. Bing Lingyue was lying in bed with her eyes closed. When she heard movement, she opened her beautiful eyes. Before she could get up, Lin Xian pressed her down. Whoosh! Her pretty face suddenly flushed red. Hee hee little Icy. Lin Xian said and went in. Bing Lingyue. To be honest, she was already prepared for this. But when Lin Xian went in, her mind was still blank. How should she say this? Lin Xian could do whatever he wanted with Bing Lingyue, and she would definitely accept it. Xiao Shishir didn't allow you to touch Linglong again? Bing Lingyue was being hugged by Lin Xian. Feeling Lin Xian's warmth, her voice slightly trembled. Yeah, I'll teach this girl a lesson later. Lin Xian said with a smile. Then he slid his hand under Bing Lingyue's clothes. Bing Lingyue's pretty face blushed. Hee little Icy. Lin Xian let out a naughty laugh. You. Don't move. Bing Lingyue. S's and Lingyue. Don't move. Why am I here? S's to you to Lingyue. Teet. S have a. Teet. Bing Lingyue was speechless. Ding. Prince Charming points plus 100 million. Ding. Congratulations on completing the mission. Topple the Ice Empress. Mission reward. Heaven Class 10-star martial art. Ice Immortal art has been issued. Lin Xian didn't care about the reward. Damn. This little Icy is the best. The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes. Hiss, my waist hurts. My waist hurts. Bing Lingyue was in a deep sleep. Her face was still red, but she was too cute in his arms. She was the Ice Empress. The Empress of a generation. She was too gentle. Bing Lingyue felt Lin Xian's movement. Her long eyelashes trembled slightly, and then she opened her beautiful eyes. When she saw Lin Xian's face, she quickly shrank back. What's wrong? Are you shy? Lin Xian asked with a smile. No. Bing Lingyue gently shook her head. So fragrant. Lin Xian kissed her forehead. I won't be making breakfast this morning, Bing Lingyue said softly. Firstly, she didn't want to move. Secondly, she was inexplicably embarrassed to see Ling Longshui and Ling Longyue. Are you tired? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Yes, Bing Lingyue gently nodded. But, what else do I want to do? Lin Xian smirked. Bing Lingyue was speechless. But Lin Xian then whispered in her ear. Bing Lingyue was speechless. But, come on. Bing Lingyue hesitated slightly, and then slowly crawled into bed. Half an hour later, Lin Xian comfortably walked out of Bing Lingyue's room in his pajamas. You. Ling Longyue was sitting on the sofa, hugging Dragoni while eating snacks and watching TV. When she saw Lin Xian coming out of Bing Lingyue's room, she was stunned for a moment. Then, she pointed at Lin Xian angrily and was speechless. Although she knew that Lin Xian and Sister Bing had that kind of relationship, but seeing Lin Xian coming out of her room made her angry. What about you? Lin Xian leaned over and snatched the potato chips from her hand to eat. Dragoni happily flew into Lin Xian's arms and happily let Lin Xian feed her chips. Ling Longyue was inexplicably angry. Sister is clearly beside you, and you still go to Sister Bing. What? You want to be with me too? Lin Xian looked at the unhappy Ling Longyue and asked with a smile. Go to hell, Ling Longyue said unhappily. I'll make breakfast for you guys. Lin Xian then carried Dragoni to the sofa and walked into the kitchen. Ling Longshui came out with little Shishir in her arms. Little Shishir was eagerly reaching out to the chips. She really wanted to eat them. You can't eat them yet. You can only eat them when you grow up. Linglong Shui said softly to Little Shir. Little Shir pouted her lips. She can eat them when she grows up, but she will be bullied by that bastard of a father. Linglong Shui then walked into the kitchen. Aren't you going to see Yi Renbing? Linglong Shui asked. Of course. I'm going to see her after I'm done with you guys. After that, I'll go break through to the Sky Sovereign Realm, Lin Xian said as he cooked. When he saw Little Shir, he leaned over and gave her a big peck on the cheek, leaving behind a mouthful of saliva. This made Little Shir extremely unhappy. She kept wiping the area where Lin Xian had kissed her with her small hands and pouted her lips. The pregnancy of a dragon is very special. When a dragon baby is born, it will have a very strong power, just like Dragoni. Therefore, during the period of pregnancy and giving birth to the baby, the dragon's strength will be greatly weakened and absorbed by the baby. At the same time, this period of time is also very dangerous for the dragon, Linglong Shui said to Lin Xian. But what danger can she be in? Lin Xian asked in confusion. If she wasn't worried about some kind of danger, she wouldn't have hidden the news of her pregnancy. Ever since her belly got a little bigger, she only stayed in her own place and came to my place. She never went to another place. Even the members of the palace below her 10th Fey God Temple don't know about it, Linglong Shui said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian frowned slightly. Could it be that she's worried about the 9th Fey God Temple? Lin Xian thought. That was possible. The Fey God Temple and the Fey God Temple weren't partners, nor were they friends. They were independent. In fact, the two Fey God Temples or the two Fey Gods might even fight. Chapter 12:25. When Lin Xian heard Linglong Shui's words, he fell into deep thought. Yes, Linglong Shui's words made sense. Who was Yi Renbing? She was a demon god, a powerful existence. But now she just stayed in her own place, or even came here directly. This proved that she was afraid of something. In Lin Xian's eyes, Yi Renbing was a fearless existence. She must be afraid because she was worried about the baby. This was the only reason. Therefore, her pregnancy must have greatly reduced her strength. Let her stay here. It's better to have you and little Bing Bing to protect her. Lin Xian said. Do you think she might come here? Linglong Shui asked. What he said made sense. Yi Renbing was so arrogant. She probably wouldn't even admit that her cultivation had decreased, let alone come here. The Heavenly Island was her territory. But Lin Xian had seen the demon god of the 9th Demon God Temple go to the Heavenly Island with his own eyes. So was it really safe there? I'll go take a look later, Lin Xian said. Okay. After a while, Bing Lingyue came out. When she saw Lin Xian, she subconsciously blushed. This empress was so adorable sometimes. However, she pretended to be as indifferent as before. Let me make breakfast. Bing Lingyue walked in and said. It's okay. You go rest. I'll make it. I've already started, Lin Xian said with a smile. Okay. Bing Lingyue walked away. She didn't know what she was going to do after walking around the room. Then, she sat on the sofa and watched TV. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Her Majesty the Empress was truly interesting. He really wanted to press her under his body again. Very quickly, Lin Xian finished making breakfast. It was a simple bowl of noodles, but everyone liked it very much. Especially Lin Xian's seafood noodles. It was simply too delicious to eat in the morning. Those who didn't have a big appetite would probably finish the soup. Little Shir sat on Linglong Shui's lap, her face full of desire as she looked at the people around her eating delicious food. She didn't know what it was, but she felt that it was delicious, and everyone was eating happily. Lin Xian saw Little Shir's big eyes darting back and forth between the few of them. He smiled and picked up a piece of noodles with his chopsticks and offered it to her. Little Shir here. Little Shir's face was full of joy. Then, she stretched her little head forward and her little mouth was about to touch the noodles. At this moment, Lin Xian pulled back and put the noodles into his mouth. Yummy. The girls. Little Shir paused in place, her small mouth twitching. Here. This is for you. Lin Xian picked up another piece with his chopsticks and hammered it a few times before reaching it out. Little Shir opened her small mouth in anticipation. But just as she was about to touch it, Lin Xian retracted his chopsticks and ate it himself. It's delicious, but I'm not giving it to you. Are you angry? Are you angry? Lin Xian looked at Sure with a smug expression. Sure. The three girls. Wow. This Lin Xian was a beast. He's used to playing cheap with other girls, but little Sure is your daughter, your biological daughter, and you're so cheap even though you're your biological daughter. Aren't you worried that Sure will fight you when she grows up? Linglong Yu looked at Lin Xian and said. Then she happily took a bite of noodles. To be honest, these noodles were super delicious. Little Sure, do you know how to eat? Lin Xian smiled and reached out his hand to tease the girl. Ah. Sure opened her mouth and bit Lin Xian's finger. Looks like she does. Linglong Yu couldn't help but laugh. This girl. Lin Xian pulled his hand out and pinched her little chubby face, smiling helplessly. But to be honest, this girl was really good at not crying or making a fuss. Soon everyone finished eating, but Lin Xian was still busy in the kitchen. Why are you still making noodles? Linglong Yu leaned against the door and ate some fruit as she asked curiously. I'm going to Renbing's place to bring some for her. Then why didn't you make more just now? Linglong Yu mumbled. Xiao Linglong, if you have time, teach this girl who only knows how to eat how to cook. Make more. By the time we're done eating, the noodles will become lumps. Lin Xian rolled his eyes at Linglong Yu. Oh. Lin Xian then wrapped up the noodles that he had made. I'm going, Lin Xian said. Okay. They nodded. Lin Xian then crushed a bead and disappeared from where he was. Lin Xian felt that he was living an unimaginable life. He couldn't be called an emperor, but he was brazenly having a few more girls. Wasn't this an emperor? Imagine one day, Lin Xian had nothing else to ask for, and could only lie at home with girls. Wasn't this the life of an emperor? Damn. With a flash of light, Lin Xian arrived at the island. Mr. Lin Xian. The girls who saw Lin Xian all bowed. They were all super shocked. At first, they didn't think much of it, but then they realized that the demon god's stomach was getting bigger and bigger. Only then did they realize that she was pregnant. God. As for who did it, was there a need to say more? The girls here were all Renbing's absolute confidants. It was hard to say about the 10th demon god's temple, so she didn't appear and just moved around on this island. Is your boss in the room? Lin Xian asked. The demon god should be in the back garden. Thanks. Lin Xian then walked over. Renbing was sitting there eating fruits and drinking tea. There were a few girls serving her. She was living a very comfortable life, but her stomach was indeed big. She should be more than 7 months pregnant. If possible, the baby could be born in another month. Dragons generally took a very long time to conceive, but if the man was a human, then the human genes would still occupy a part of the pregnancy. At least under normal circumstances, the time of birth was about 9 or 10 months. Otherwise, it might take many years for the belly to grow a little. Renbing looked up at Lin Xian, who was walking over. On the surface, she didn't seem to care, but in fact, she was quite happy to see Lin Xian. She just didn't show it. Yo, what's someone doing here? Renbing looked at Lin Xian and laughed. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed and sat beside her. He put the packed noodles on the table and said while opening it, I missed you so I came to see you and made some noodles for you. Renbing looked at the seafood noodles. To be honest, she quite liked it. Chapter 12:26. Perhaps Linglong Shui and company had eaten Lin Xian's seafood noodles a lot, but Renbing had only eaten it once or twice. The rest of the dishes were made by Linglong Shui and Renbing. The taste was about the same, but it wasn't made by Lin Xian. She also liked to eat it. The seafood noodles had opened another door to her food. They were all noodles, but with some seafood added. The taste was too different. Have some. Lin Xian said with a smile. Renbing gently waved her hand as the other girls walked away. Following that, she picked up her chopsticks and took a bite. It was still the same taste. Lin Xian sat beside her and reached out to touch her tummy. I wasn't there when little Sure was born, but I'll definitely be there this time, Lin Xian said. Up to you. After all, you aren't important. Renbing was indeed still the same Renbing. I heard from Xiao Linglong that dragon's cultivation will be greatly absorbed by the babies when they are pregnant. Therefore, your strength will decrease greatly during this period, right? Lin Xian asked. Renbing took a deep breath and looked at Lin Xian. She said indifferently, "It will decrease. It's just a drop of 1 or 2 stars in the heavenly Tao. It's nothing much." A drop of 1 or 2 stars in the heavenly Tao was too exaggerated. 1 star in the heavenly Tao realm was probably equivalent to 10 stars in the Great Void realm. Furthermore, it would take even more time and effort for the Fae. The Fae had a much longer lifespan than humans, but when God opened a door, he would also close a window. The Fae's cultivation was much slower than humans. Linglong Shui was still fine. Her race was nothing special, but dragons were more special. This was because the babies of dragons were probably at the nomological, or domain realm when they were born. Then can you recover? Lin Xian asked. Yes, you can recover without cultivating. It's just a matter of time. Lin Xian nodded. I see. In fact, to a heavenly Tao realm, a temporary drop in one's realm by 1 or 2 stars did not pose much of a threat to them. If a heavenly Tao realm expert wanted to live, they would not die under normal circumstances. If a heavenly Tao realm expert wanted to escape, there was no way to stop them. This was especially true for someone like Renbing. She was very strong, and she was also a purebred dragon. Her ability to fight across levels was definitely not weak. Even if it was weakened by 1 or 2 stars, it wasn't something that others could covet. The reason why she was so worried and careful was because of the baby in her belly. Now that the baby was so big, if something happened and she had to fight with the baby, what were the chances of the baby surviving? So all of this was actually for the baby. The two of them chatted for a while. Lin Xian looked at the noodles and saw that there wasn't much left. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. This Renbing was about to finish her noodles without saying a word. Is that enough? If it's not enough, I'll make more for you, Lin Xian said with a smile. Dragons, on the other hand, have a great thirst for power during pregnancy. Perhaps such food wasn't very effective for dragons, but their appetites were definitely huge. During this period of time, Renbing's mouth had never stopped. She paused in the act of drinking the soup. Darn it! She actually embarrassed herself in front of him. I'm not eating anymore. Renbing then pushed the remaining noodles aside, and subconsciously licked her red lips. Lin Xian smiled. I'll make it for you, my dear demon god. Following that, Lin Xian smacked his lips at her beautiful face before walking away. Renbing. This supremacy didn't ask you to do it. Renbing reminded him. Yes, yes, yes. I made it myself. Lin Xian walked away with a smile. Renbing then brought the noodles over and finished the soup. It was too delicious. Lin Xian hummed a little tune as he made another big bowl for Renbing. She had a lot of ingredients here, and she had everything she needed. She could eat anything she wanted. Renbing looked at the big bowl of seafood noodles Lin Xian brought over, and subconsciously swallowed a mouthful of saliva. It had to be said that in order to conquer a woman's heart, one had to conquer her stomach first. This sentence actually made some sense. Come, 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 my demon god. Eat. I didn't ask you to do it. You wanted to do it yourself. Renbing emphasized again. Yes. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Renbing then continued eating her noodles. Do you have any news about the demon clan? Lin Xian asked. Renbing's movements paused slightly. Even if I did, why would I tell you? Why? Do you want to see me be persecuted by the demon clan, and the baby be born fatherless? Even if you don't do it for the human race, you can do it for me, Lin Xian said with a smile. Lin Xian realized that if he wanted to make Renbing let go of her reservations and arrogance, he had to give her a reason. Once he had a reason, she would tell him. Although she was still a demon god, she no longer attacked humans. In fact, she had already made her stance clear. It was just that she refused to admit it. TCH, if you die, then you die. It's the same without you. Renbing continued to be stubborn. Oh, then what if the baby asks about his father in the future? What will you say? Lin Xian's question left Renbing speechless. That's right, Lin Xian wanted her to think from the baby's point of view, So she lost. We'll talk about it when the time comes. Lin Xian smiled and continued to ask, just tell me, what's the demon clan doing? The demon god temple was separate and had nothing to do with each other. The demon god temple could do whatever it wanted, as long as it didn't do anything special. Then there was the Demon League. The Demon League was equivalent to the Emperor, while the 10 demon god temples were equivalent to the Lords. The Lords had nothing to do with each other, but the Demon League was the Emperor. It could control the Lords. Therefore, although the demon god temple was powerful, the Demon League was even more powerful. Even if the 10 demon god temples were destroyed, the Demon League behind them would be even more powerful than the 10 demon god temples. Nothing much. If anything, it's more likely that the demon god temple is focusing on the Martial Divinity Institute. The Martial Arts Academy? Lin Xian rubbed his chin. The establishment of the Martial Arts Academy was indeed something. Even the demon god temple had noticed it. The power of the Martial Arts Academy was unimaginable. What's the specific measure? Lin Xian asked. Earbook shook her head. I don't know. Maybe they have already suspected me. Huh. Lin Xian frowned. Maybe it's because I've been to the human clan too many times these days. As far as I know, the Demon League held a secret meeting and didn't invite me. At that time, I thought it was good that I didn't go because I was pregnant. But now that I think about it, it's clear that something is wrong, Earbook said. Does it mean that you may be targeted by the Demon League now? Earbook shook her head. It's not that serious. Chapter 1227. Lin Xian felt that for the demon race, if they didn't trust someone, that person would be dangerous. Earbook then explained to Lin Xian. The Beast God Palace is an independent existence. If they really want to shed all pretense of cordiality with me, it means that they have one more enemy, which is my 10th Beast God Palace. Earbook paused for a moment before continuing. Every Fey God temple relies on the Fey gods to grow stronger step by step. It doesn't mean that every member of the Fey God temple is assigned to the Fey gods by the Myriad Demon Alliance. Therefore, the members of the 10th Demon God temple belong to me. But they are also demons, Earbook said. Therefore, if the Myriad Demon Alliance treats me as an enemy one day, more than half of the members of the 10th Demon God Temple will leave even though it belongs to me. This is very normal. This is also why I haven't appeared below during this period. There must be many members of other Demon God Temples among them. Once they find out, things will become a little tricky. Then what are you thinking about? Go and stay with Xiao Linglong and the others. They can protect you and take care of you. There's no need. Earbook said calmly. Damn. You're here alone now. Let alone me. Even Xiao Linglong and the others are worried about you. Lin Xian said helplessly. Do you think I'm a fool? Lin Xian. But I'm worried. Listen to me and go to Xiao Linglong's place at least for now. Earbook glanced at Lin Xian, and then smiled mockingly. Lin Xian. Damn. Seeing her expression, Lin Xian was annoyed. Don't think that you can order me around just because I'm pregnant with your baby. Sister, I'm not ordering you around. I'm just worried. Lin Xian felt very troubled. He was fine at first, but after this conversation, he was really worried. Anyway, you don't have to worry, Earbook said. F***ck. I can't F***king control you, can I? Lin Xian rolled up his sleeves. Earbook looked at Lin Xian fearlessly. What was he trying to do? Pa. Lin Xian slapped her butt. It wasn't a real butt. After all, she was sitting down. However, there was a part of her butt. Earbook. Will you be obedient? Earbook looked at Lin Xian as if she was looking at an idiot. Lin Xian saw the look in her eyes. What the heck? Big sister, can you listen to me? Lin Xian felt helpless. There's no need. Do you really want me to use my big baby? Earbook. Her lips curled up. How do you use it? F***ck. Lin Xian grabbed her and released his spatial powers. He followed her to her room. Then Lin Xian decisively took out his brother. Earbook. Before she could react, this bastard then, Lin Xian hugged her head and F***ket her. Cough cough cough. Renbing coughed a few times. Then, she licked her lips and swallowed the blood at the corner of her mouth. Lin Xian. Do you have more? Lin Xian. Wow. If she wasn't pregnant, Lin Xian would definitely make her submit. Give me some face. Lin Xian said helplessly. Then feed me if you have the guts. Renbing's lips curled up slightly. At this moment, Renbing's expression changed slightly. She walked to the rooftop. Lin Xian followed her and walked over. There seemed to be someone below. Xie is here. Go and deal with him. Renbing said. Beg me. Lin Xian said. All right, I'll go then. Aye. Lin Xian was convinced. He was defeated, all right? I'll go. Where's your demon god? Xie also stood there, his gaze sweeping the surroundings. Lord Demon God isn't here. We don't know where Lord Demon God is. A girl bowed respectfully and said. Xie's lips curled up. It's fine. I'll wait. Then he sat there. Renbing wasn't here? How was that possible? He could still vaguely sense the existence of a powerful force here. You. Xie pointed at a beautiful girl. Come and kneel and serve me. That girl's body trembled. Lord Xie, this isn't the 9th demon god's palace. That girl then said. Oh, you're not willing? Xie glanced at that girl. If it's Lord Demon God's order, I won't hesitate. I'm also a demon god. But this is the 10th demon god's palace. You're courting death. Xie's power surged. Then a group of girls gathered here. He wasn't afraid at all. This was the 10th demon god's palace. Even if Xie was the 9th demon god, he couldn't be so presumptuous. Xie saw this scene and sneered. Then he retracted his power. Renbing's people are really imposing. Under normal circumstances, would he dare to be so presumptuous? Definitely not. However, the main reason he came here was to lure Renbing out. It was said that Renbing was pregnant. He came here to verify if it was true. So luring Renbing out was the most important thing. Renbing was here. At this moment, Lin Xian walked out. Damn it. He was a little lightheaded. This Renbing was a demon. He was gone, but she was still sucking. Wah. Xie looked at Lin Xian and narrowed his eyes. Sorry, Lord Xie. Lord Demon God just fell asleep. If you have something to say, please tell me. Lin Xian sat in front of him and waved his hand. A few girls walked over and massaged his shoulders. 2 of them knelt down and massaged his legs. Xie saw this scene and narrowed his eyes again. Who do you think you are? I am a demon god. Do you think you are fit to interfere with the matters between demon gods? Xie said coldly. If this wasn't the 10th demon god's temple, he would have died long ago. How could he be so arrogant? Oh, Lord Demon God said that I have the same rights as her here. Lin Xian played with a demon god token. Also, I am her man. In terms of strength, I can't compare to Lord Xie. But in terms of status, Lord Xie seems to be on the same level as me, right? Lin Xian smirked and looked at him. Of course, he could guess why Xie was here. After what happened, how could he come here so easily? He might have found out about Renbing from somewhere, and come here to investigate. He didn't need to do anything. He just needed to see Renbing. Even if Renbing's belly wasn't big, he could still sense whether there was 1 or 2 lives in front of him. At this moment, a girl came over with tea and poured a cup for Lin Xian. She wanted to pour tea for Xie. Hey, what are you doing? How can the tea from this small place be worthy of Lord Xie's status? Are you looking down on Lord Xie? Back off. Give Lord Xie 2 ounces of melon seeds for him to chew. These melon seeds were planted by our family. They are quite precious. Lin Xian grinned. Chapter 12:28. Xie slightly clenches his fists, and then loosens them. This person is actually humiliating me. He is deliberately humiliating me. Why does he have this qualification? Even if he is Renbing's man, no. At most he is Renbing's plaything, right? Why does he dare to be so arrogant in front of me? He must have some kind of confidence. Confidence? Xie thinks for a while, and can't think of what confidence this person has. Could it be? He is not just Renbing's plaything? Bing gave him so much power, and now that there are rumors that Bing might be pregnant, then maybe it is his. F***ck. Although he is very unwilling, but thinking of this he feels uncomfortable. Lord Xie, if you have anything to say, just tell me. I will report to Lord Demon God. Lin Xian crosses his legs and drinks tea. Xie Chui tightly clenches his fists, and then loosens them again. F***ck your mother. What is Xie Chui's identity? What is this ant in front of me? Now an ant dares to act like this in front of me? But I still have to endure. Hehehe. Are you sure you can make the decision? I said if you tell me, I will report to Lord Demon God. What does this have to do with me making the decision? Lin Xian says. You don't have the qualification to know this. This sovereign will only tell Demon God. Since your Demon God is sleeping, then this sovereign will wait for her to wake up. Xie Chui says with a sneer. Today, he must see Bing. If this Bing doesn't come out no matter what, it basically means that she is pregnant. Then you can wait. Lord Demon God is not on this sky island. Lin Xian says. TSK, didn't you just say that your Demon God is here? Lin Xian scratches his head. When did I say that? Don't you get it? I said that Lord Demon God is resting. Don't you know that I am implicitly asking Lord Xie to leave? Lin Xian sneers. You dare to chase me away? Xie Chui stares coldly at Lin Xian. Sure, I won't chase you away. I don't know where Lord Demon God went. Because she left, I'm here to take charge. There are some things that I'll do. Lord Evil, you can either wait here, or come back after some time. It's up to you. But if you want to wait, please wait in the 10th Demon God Palace below. It's not convenient because there are only girls here. Thank you, Lin Xian said as he stood up. What if the sovereign doesn't? Xie Qiu also stretched his neck. No. Even if you are a demon god, you don't have the right to barge into the 10th demon god's temple, right? Then this sovereign wants to see. Since your demon god is not here, how are you going to stop this sovereign? Xie Chui is not sure if Bing is here. So, he wants to see if she will still not come out if he kills everyone here. Of course, he didn't dare to kill her. If Bing really wasn't pregnant, and came to the 9th demon god temple, the consequences would be unimaginable. He was just scaring her. Then a powerful force surges out. Lin Xian takes out the token, and releases his power slightly. Rays of light appear and shoot towards Xie Chui. Lord Xie, if you continue to be impudent here, don't blame me. Lin Xian smirks. Xie Chui was also trapped in a ray of light. Even the power of his wrath was unable to break through it. Seems like you are still not happy. Lin Xian moves his mind. Ah! Lightning surges out of the light as it constantly bombarded Xie Chui. Bing has naturally set up a series of defensive measures in this place. This thing can trap heavenly Dao realm existences, but it is insufficient to kill them. Xie Chui half knelt there. His body is charred black as he gasps for breath. Lord Xie, you can't blame me. If I don't take action, wouldn't we be in trouble? I'll ask you one more time. Are you leaving or not? Lin Xian sneered. This feeling is very strange. A mighty demon god is being toyed with in the palm of a little trash like me. Release this sovereign. This sovereign will leave now. Xie Chui said coldly. Lin Xian then removed the enchantment. When your demon god returns, get her to come find me. Xie Qiu also said. And then his figure disappeared. He already knew that Bing was likely on the Sky Island. It was just that she refused to come out. Although it was vague, he could sense that the Sky Island had a powerful force. It was likely Bing. And if that was the case, Bing did not dare show her face. It was likely that she was really pregnant. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders and returned to Bing's room. How was your performance? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Average. However, the lack of fear when facing a demon god is still passable. Bing said lightly. Then this matter now. Bing said. He must have come because the news of this noble one's pregnancy may have spread through some channels. However, it is not certain. Even if this noble one goes out or not, the news of this noble one's pregnancy has already been confirmed. Lin Xian stroked his chin. And there's no need for him to come here to confirm this matter. Because even if I'm pregnant, this bug is still a bug, so. Lin Xian said. So, he may have joined forces with other demon god palaces, or been ordered to investigate by the Demon God Alliance. Erenbing nodded. So the Demon God Alliance is already suspicious of the 10th Demon God Temple? Erenbing shook her head. It's not a suspicion. They're already preparing to kill me. Lin Xian frowned. Don't you mean that at this critical moment, they don't want to make an enemy out of the Demon God Temple? What if I'm pregnant? What if half of the 10th Demon God Temple defected? What if they conceal me on the Sky Island and kill me first? Erenbing asked. Then why aren't you leaving? Lin Xian glared at her. Erenbing smiled. I'm not leaving. Go and find Linglong Shui. In fact, Erenbing didn't completely betray the Demon God Alliance. How should he put it? She never attacked the other Demon God temples. She only attacked Xieqiui because Xieqiui attacked Lin Xian. As for the rest, she just didn't attack the human race for a short period of time. This was very normal. It was even longer than that. Then the human race and the demon race ran on both sides. Then there was Lin Xian, the human man. This was probably all the information she revealed to the Demon God Alliance. It was a bit far-fetched for them to conclude that Erenbing betrayed the Demon God Alliance based on this information, but they couldn't rule out the possibility that the demon race had some special abilities, or that Xieqiui was behind this. But for Lin Xian, this was enough to make this demon god one of his own. Chapter 1229. At this moment, Xieqiui had arrived at the Myriad Demon Alliance. A group of experts from the Myriad Demon Alliance had gathered in one of the halls. Xieqiui then walked in. How is it? An old man asked Xieqiui. We've been there. We didn't see her, but that human man is there. Erenbing is on the island, but she hasn't come out. So we can basically conclude that she doesn't dare to come out. She must be pregnant. Xieqiui sat there and laughed coldly. He still liked Erenbing, but she was already someone else's woman. Moreover, he knew that this woman would never fall for him. So he would destroy this woman. Betraying the Myriad Demon Alliance was a big enough crime, right? It was enough to kill her. This Erenbing from the 10th Demon God's Temple is too audacious. She actually dared to betray the Myriad Demon Alliance, and secretly went to the human world countless times, revealing our plans step by step. An old man angrily slammed the table. The Myriad Demon Alliance had asked Xieqiui's 9th Demon God's Temple to send people to the human world to investigate. Xieqiui did as he was told and killed all of his people. Then he explained to the Myriad Demon Alliance that he wasn't sure who did it, but he suspected that it was Erenbing. There was no need to do too much. Just pointing some fingers at Erenbing was enough. Plus, Erenbing had appeared in the human world. And then there was the man from the human world say, if a demon fell in love with a man from the human world, would she help the human race or the demon race in the future? It was very obvious. Therefore, the Myriad Demon Alliance pointed all the fingers at Erenbing. Plus, Xieqiui had done a lot of things on purpose. These people were already suspicious of Erenbing, so they naturally blamed a lot of things on Erenbing. Erenbing is a night shadow dragon. Her hatred for the human race is only because her parents died in a war with the human race. She took revenge many years ago, so her hatred for the human race naturally lessened. Plus, there are some special circumstances, so it's normal for her to betray the human race. An old man nodded. Then what do you think we should do now? Xieqiui said. Erenbing is in charge of the 10th Demon God's Temple. Once the 10th Demon God's Temple learns that she has betrayed the demon race, most of them will leave the 10th Demon God's Temple. The rest is not worth mentioning. The main thing is Erenbing's personal strength. Night shadow dragons are orthodox dragons. They are extremely powerful. It's possible to defeat them with more experts, but it's extremely difficult for us to kill them. An old man said. If she's pregnant, her first reaction will not be to fight, but to escape. We just need to completely seal off the heavenly island where she is. No matter how strong she is, she won't be able to break through. Then she will be a turtle in a jar. The remaining experts will definitely be able to kill her. Xieqiui said coldly. We all know that. Whether Erenbing is pregnant or not, It's a fact that she has betrayed the myriad demon alliance. For the human race, she attacked the ninth demon god's temple. For the human race, she killed the people of the ninth demon god's temple. These are all evidence. Then when should we do it? Xiechui asked. Lord Xie, what do you think about this? Someone asked Xiechui. Xiechui said, I don't care about the other demon gods' temples. The ninth demon god's temple will definitely support the myriad demon alliance. The other demon gods' temples don't need to do anything. The experts of the ninth demon god's temple and the myriad demon alliance are enough. I think the sooner the better. A long delay may lead to trouble, in case Yirimbing realizes it. Good. Then, the myriad demon alliance will send 10 heavenly Dao experts and 50 absolute void experts to cooperate with Lord Xie to kill Yirimbing. Xiachui's eyes flashed. Then first of all, we need to quickly set up a powerful barrier around the area. One that even Yirimbing can't break. That's not difficult. The sixth elder of the myriad demon alliance is proficient in powerful barriers, but he needs a few minutes to release them. So, we may need Lord Xie to buy some time. Xiechui nodded. No problem. Then, we'll do it tonight. On the other side, on Heavenly Island, Linglong Shui and Linglong Yu were busy. Yirimbing ate cucumbers, as though she was supervising them. Release one over there as well. Yirimbing pointed in a direction. And here. Lin Xian and Bing Lingyue, who were carrying little Shirshir, stood beside her. Will it work? What if something goes wrong? Lin Xian asked worriedly. Don't you think too highly of the Fey God Temple and the Myriad Demon Alliance? If they are that powerful, why can't they take down the humans? Linglong Shui is already at the Heavenly Dao realm. Her spatial powers are unparalleled. Lin Xian nodded. Of course I know. It's just that I can't help but worry. Do you know more or do I know more? Yirimbing glanced at Lin Xian. Holy shit. Lin Xian shut his mouth. They will likely take action tonight or tomorrow. Since that Xiechui is here, it means that they can't wait any longer. Yirimbing's eyes shimmered with a glint. Then, you will have to obediently stay with the humans after this. Lin Xian. Yirimbing hesitated for a moment before nodding. If it was just her, she wouldn't be worried. But now, with the baby in her womb, she had to obediently stay by Linglong Shui and company's side for the time being. This myriad demon alliance sure is interesting. I haven't even done anything, but they are already prepared to kill me. Yirimbing's lips suffused a sneer. That's why in the future help us humans. We humans are rather close to each other. At the very least, we won't kick you to the curb when you've outlived your usefulness, said Lin Xian with a smile. Humans are like that too. Lin Xian. I just want to live my own life. I don't care about anyone. Yirimbing said calmly. Time slowly passed. Linglong Shui had been busy ever since she arrived. She only stopped late at night and wiped the sweat off her forehead. I'm so tired. Linglong Yue also flew down and took a deep breath. Thank you. Have some 100-flower wine. Yirimbing took out the last of her treasured 100-flower wine. That's all? Asked Lin Xian. I haven't been to the fairy tribe for many years. Naturally, this is all I have. If it weren't for the fact that you all helped me, I would have enjoyed all of this for myself. Yirimbing waved her hand and poured a cup of 100-flower wine for each of them. Then it was empty. Linglong Yue took a sip, and her face lit up with satisfaction. Let's rest for a while. We might have to fight soon. Yirimbing said. After about an hour, they were sitting there grilling meat. Then a figure landed on the ground. Yo, didn't Lady Yirimbing go out? What? You're back now. Xiechui sneered. Chapter 1230. Lin Xian and the rest were sitting there barbecuing meat. Yirimbing was facing Xiechui, and Xiechui also saw Yirimbing's big belly. She was really pregnant. He, Xiechui, would destroy the woman he couldn't have. Now the elites of the Thousand Demon Alliance were releasing a barrier in the distance. This barrier was very big, and it was to ensure that Yirimbing wouldn't notice it when it was released. Xiechui came over to attract their attention. It didn't matter if he pretended to be friendly or hostile. As long as he attracted their attention, they wouldn't be able to leave. Linglong Shui and the rest turned to look at him. Xie Qiui was instantly shocked. Where did these goddesses come from? Why were their appearances so shocking besides their auras? Who was that Lin Xian? Why could he be among them? Was he Yi Renbing's friend? Birds of a feather flocked together. He didn't know Linglong Shui and Ling Longyue, including Bing Lingyue. This was normal, because he didn't have the capital and ability to investigate Linglong Shui and the rest. But if it was the Void Fox, he would definitely know. Yo, there are a few beauties here. Xie Qiui laughed, but didn't dare to go closer. Then Xie Qiui looked at Yi Renbing and said, Master Yi Renbing is pregnant? He was just wasting time out of boredom. A few minutes. Just a few minutes. How could they not know that he was stalling for time? So, Yi Renbing asked. Oh, nothing. Congratulations, congratulations. It's not easy for you dragons to be pregnant. Yi Renbing smiled, then took a bite of meat and said calmly, Master Xie, what's the matter? I heard that Master Xie came to find me early in the morning. Nothing as long as Master Yi is fine. What can happen to me? Yi Renbing chuckled. That's good. That's good. Xie Qiui was actually a little flustered. Originally, he had thought of many topics to talk about on the way, but because there were a few more people around Yi Renbing, it was hard for him to say anything. Who are these beautiful women beside Lord Yi? Aren't you going to introduce us? Xie Qiui asked with a smile from afar. Yep, I've found another topic to stall for time. He thought that his plan was flawless, but he and everyone else thought too simply of Yi Renbing. Everyone thought that she had simply lived for a long time, and had not experienced much of the ways of the world. She was not that smart. In fact, those people felt that they might have guessed it. Guess what? Yi Renbing guessed that she was no longer trusted, but they definitely did not expect that Yi Renbing had already guessed that they would make a move immediately. Actually, if Xie Qiui did not come in the morning, Yi Renbing definitely would not have guessed that they would make a move. But he came. He felt that he came to see if Yi Renbing was pregnant or not, and if it was safe to make a move. And from Yi Renbing's point of view, they were all exposed. They were all exposed. Oh, you should have heard of it, and you definitely know it, but you don't know it. Oh, Xie Qiui raised an eyebrow. This lord has heard of it. It's that famous? Who is it? Yi Renbing's lips curled. You'll know in a bit. Xie Qiui laughed in his heart. In a bit? You'll all die in a bit. Xie Qiui looked at the time. It should be about time. Master Xie, aren't you going to sit and eat with us? Yi Renbing's lips curled as she said. Hee, you're eating with friends, why should this lord join in? Oh, then what is Master Xie doing here? Yi Renbing said. Oh, there's something else. Master Xie, say it. Xie Qiui then coughed dryly. How is this barbecued meat cooked? Lin Xian. F***ck. This idiot couldn't find a topic to stall for time. So he said this? Amazing. Master Xie, are you stalling for time? Yi Renbing asked. Xie Qiui paused. Why should this lord stall for time? This lord admires Master Yi. So I came to see Master Yi. Being able to see Master Yi for one more second is happiness. Xie Qiui said with a smile. He looked at the time. 3 minutes were up. It should be about time. But this lord might not be able to see Master Yi in the future. Yi Renbing asked with a smile. Oh? Why is that? Is Master Xie going to be buried? The one buried is not this lord, it's you, and all of you. Xie Qiui said with a smile. Master Xie, did you not notice anything? What did you notice? Xie Qiui asked with a frown. Master Xie, did you not notice that you are surrounded by my people? Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. One after another, fully armed girls appeared in the surroundings. Ha ha ha, Xie Qiui laughed. They can stop this lord. Lin Xian saw Xuebingxin and Xuebinglan. F***ck. These two girls were not that strong. What if something happened to them? Lin Xian still had feelings for them. Xie Qiui then said with a smile. Master Yi might not know, but actually, Master Yi is also surrounded. Xie Qiui then pointed to the sky. Lightning flashed. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. One by one, figures sped over from afar before landing behind the group. Dozens of people. All of them were Heaven Dao and Void. Come back. Yi Renbing stood up and said softly. Then, hundreds of girls on the Sky Island pushed to their side. Oh, Master E, are you afraid? Master E, you guessed that this lord is here to target you. But did you guess that there are dozens of Thousand Demon Alliance members behind? Xiechui laughed. Bing let these girls come out to confuse the Thousand Demon Alliance members. She wanted them to think that she was only targeting Xiechui. But when they stepped onto the Sky Island, it was different. And now they were not prepared. Bing, you betrayed the Thousand Demon Alliance, betrayed the demon race, and joined the human race. Your crime is punishable by death. What else do you have to say? An elder from the Thousand Demon Alliance pointed at Bing. His attitude was too arrogant. Betrayal? May I ask the Thousand Demon Alliance old fart, did you see this lord betray? Did this lord help the human race? Bing said with a smile. You're still smiling? I'm afraid you don't know the situation you're in. Then, the sixth elder of the Thousand Demon Alliance released his power, and a barrier appeared. This place is already surrounded by a barrier. You're already turtles in a jar. You can't escape. As for Bing's crime, this lord saw it all. The great dragons are pregnant with the vile spawn of the human race. I feel ashamed for you dragons. The sixth elder sneered. Oh so? Bing's mouth slightly rose. Then this lord wants to ask everyone. We can't escape from this barrier. But can you escape? What do you mean? Chapter 1231. In fact, when they came up, they had a trace of suspicion. Bing should have known what they were here for when she saw them. Her first reaction was not to run away. Instead, she seemed to be very leisurely and not afraid at all. That trace of suspicion was that either this woman did not react in time, or she did not react in time, and was pretending to be mysterious, making them mistakenly think that she still had some tricks up her sleeve. Tell me, what else could there be in the 10th Demon God Temple other than the power of some formations she might have set up on the Sky Island? And she, Bing, couldn't cause any more trouble. Although that formation was powerful, it definitely did not have the power to strangle the heavenly Tao. So why did Bing dare to be so calm? She was pretending. Ha ha ha, Bing. Why are you still pretending in a situation of certain death? The price of betraying our Fey race is death. The sixth elder pointed at Bing and sneered. If she was not a Fey god, then it would not matter. But she was a Fey god. If a Fey god betrayed her, then she must be killed. A situation of certain death. Indeed, it is a situation of certain death for you. Bing said with a slight smirk. Still pretending? Go. Yes. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Then several powerful figures rushed towards them. Linglong Shue's hair fluttered in the wind. Little Sure don't look. Little Sure don't look. Lin Xian hugged Little Sure from behind and swayed, not letting her see this scene. Whoosh whoosh. At this moment, a mysterious space suddenly appeared in front of the figures that were rushing over. It was similar to a wormhole. They rushed in directly. Some people reacted and wanted to retreat, but a terrifying force pulled them in directly. At this moment, the world fell into silence. Void. Seeing this scene, those people's pupils suddenly shrank. Above space was the void, and the only one on the continent who could control the void was the Void Fox. This was also why space was said to be the strongest among the Void Foxes. They could already imagine what would happen to those people. Either they would go to a mysterious space where they would never be able to come out, and they might be able to live for a while, which might be good news. Or they would directly go to a space where they would not be able to survive. Void Fox. They pointed at Linglong Shui. No wonder. No wonder. Everyone, how many void gates do you think the world's strongest Void Fox can set up in a day on this Sky Island? Bing looked at them with a slight smirk on her face. What? Those people's pupils shrank open. Then Linglong Shue's body's power. Around them, in the sky, front, back, front, left, and right. The group of experts struggled with all their might, but they could not escape the fate of being sucked in. If it was a normal battle, Linglong Shui would definitely find it difficult to control the entire situation with her space, or void, when facing Heavenly Tao Realm experts. She could even suck in Heavenly Tao Realm existences. It was very, very difficult. If Heavenly Tao Realm existences did not want to die, they basically could not die. But who could they blame now? Ling Longshui had spent an entire day setting up an ambush here. This was a completely different concept from releasing it during a battle. Therefore, their plan of beating her at her own game was indeed beautiful. The main reason was that the other party did not expect them to be able to do so. Void Fox. Basically no one knew that she was good friends with Yi Renbing. Lordy, save me. Xie Qiui struggled with all his might in an attempt to prevent himself from being sucked into the space. F***K, you're cursing the person next door. She did not suddenly appear in front of him and kick him in the face before returning to her original spot. Then he was sucked in as well. The surroundings fell silent. They believed that victory was in their hands, but they never expected that they would be gone before they could even make a move. There was no other way. Ling Longshui, who was at the Heavenly Tao Realm, had spent a lot of time setting up her spatial powers. How could they withstand it? The entire island of heaven was destroyed into a mess, but that did not matter. It could be repaired with a bit of time. The main reason was that they did not even take action. How weak. Ling Longyu said. You say it as though you did something. Lin Xian shot a glance at Ling Longyu. Says who? I also created quite a number of these void doors. Ling Longyu said. Someone is the one who really did nothing. Ling Longyu rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Ah, that did seem to be the case. Says who? I'm carrying little Shirshir. If not, your sister wouldn't be able to use her strength, right? Lin Xian smiled as he pinched little Shirshir's cheeks. Following that, little Shirshir whimpered and gave Lin Xian a bite on his finger. All of you clean this up, Yi Renbing said to the people behind her. Yes. To Lin Xian, this was good news. With the 9th Fey God Temple's Fey God gone, the enemy that posed a great threat to him was gone. The 9th Fey God Temple was leaderless. The myriad Fey Alliance could not be said to have suffered heavy losses, but the loss of more than 10 Heavenly Tao Realm existences and dozens of Great Void Realm existences was extremely good news for humanity. Ignoring the loss of more than 10 Heavenly Tao, even the loss of 1 Heavenly Tao was equivalent to 1 less Heavenly Tao for humanity in the upcoming battle. They would have to deal with 1 less Heavenly Tao, reducing the number of casualties. Then, you shall stay with Xiao Linglong from now on, said Lin Xian. Yi Renbing nodded. Although she was proud, this matter did not allow her to continue flaunting her abilities. Now that the Myriad Fey Alliance had been killed by her, it was equivalent to her becoming an enemy of the Myriad Fey Alliance. There were also the enemies of the other Fey God temples. It was indeed very dangerous for her to continue staying here. If she was alone, she would have been fine. She was truly unafraid. Even if she could not kill anyone, she would cripple them. Was the Nightshade Dragon and the Orthodox Dragons a joke? However, she had a baby in her stomach now, and it was already more than 7 months old. However, Xiao Linglong's place has 3 bedrooms and a living room. Lin Xian stroked his chin before looking at Ling Longyue. Ling Longyue. Alright. I got it. Ling Longyue scratched her tiny head. How sensible, Lin Xian said with a smile. Ling Longyue rolled her eyes. Why don't I go somewhere else? Said Bing Lingyue. Then Bing Lingyue continued. Yuer is from the Void Fox race after all. Although her strength is inferior to Linglong's, her spatial dimension is indeed formidable. If there's an emergency, she can actually do more than me. Bing Lingyue said very rationally. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. Alright. Then you can stay with me. Now that my sister has left, there's no one at home. You can stay there. Chapter 1232. Thinking of Linya, Lin Xian sighed again. Although she might not have any friends to live with her for the time being, Lin Xian would be able to stay there more often. It would be very comfortable. If one day, Linya came back when Lin Xian wasn't around, or if she came back purely because she had something to do, she would definitely tell Bing Lingyue something if she could meet her. Bing Lingyue nodded. Okay. Someone might just want to do something bad. Linglong Yu muttered unhappily. You say it as if I can't do anything bad if you live together. Lin Xian grinned. That seemed to be the case. What about the monster god temple? Lin Xian asked. Yirenbing said. Those who should leave will leave. Those who don't will stay here. Yirenbing looked at Shuebingxin and said, Shuebingxin, take this. Shuebingxin took the token that Yirenbing threw to her. Give this to the 10th Monster God Temple's Grand Elder, and let him take charge. Yes. Shuebingxin bowed and walked away. Yirenbing might not trust others, but she trusted the Grand Elder very much. He had followed her for many years. He did not follow the Monster God Temple, nor the Monster God Temple. He followed Yirenbing. Let's go then, Linglong Shui said. Yirenbing hesitated. I have a good friend. Yirenbing thought of the sky rainbow flower. The sky rainbow flower? Linglong Shui knew her well. Although the sky rainbow flower was a plant, it had gained sentience. It was really good friends with Yirenbing. Lin Xian asked. Are you worried about leaving it here? Yirenbing shook her head. It's not that I'm worried. I just don't think it's a good idea to leave it here. Forget it, it's fine. After all, it has lived here for so many years. After this incident, the Myriad Demon Alliance will probably still be wary of Linglong's void power, and won't do anything for a while. After all, they don't want to suffer heavy losses before they face the human race. Lin Xian also nodded. It's good that you're okay. Let's go then. All right. Shua. Then, they disappeared and appeared at the place where Linglong Shui and the others lived. Yirenbing looked at the house and secretly praised it. I'm not used to living in such a small place, even though I have such a big place. Then she sat on the sofa. Lin Xian hugged Shika and sat beside her. But you have friends. I'll go tidy up the room. Then, Bing Lingyue went back to her room. That's all for now. Lin Xian placed Shika in Linglong Shui's arms. The girl then went to find Nai to drink. Soon, Bing Lingyue finished tidying up the place. Then I'll take little Bing Bing back first. Lin Xian said. Go back and rest early. Linglong Shui said. Let's go. Then Lin Xian walked away with Bing Lingyue. Bing Lingyue had a bad feeling about this. It was the feeling of a little rabbit going to the big bad wolf's house. How should she put it? At least she had Linglong Shui and Linglong Shui here. Lin Xian couldn't do whatever he wanted, but when she went to Lin Xian's place, with only the two of them, she felt it was over. On the way, Lin Xian held Bing Lingyue's hand. Little Bing Bing. Yes. Bing Lingyue looked at Lin Xian. There's a clothing store in front. Do you want to buy some special clothes? Lin Xian smirked. Bing Lingyue was speechless. I'm not buying, she said. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Looking at the queen's blushing face, it was really interesting. Lin Xian was just teasing her. But every man had this kind of hobby. If Lin Xian was more forceful, Bing Lingyue wouldn't reject him. But Lin Xian was just joking. If I'm not there, you might have to live there alone. I can't think of any friends who can accompany you. Lin Xian. Bing Lingyue nodded. It doesn't matter. I can find Linglong and the others. It's just that we don't have to sleep in the same house. I can continue to be with them during the day, or before bed at night. It's not a big deal. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, as long as you don't have any problems. Let's go home and do some work. Back at home, Bing Lingyue was bullied to death by Lin Xian. Balcony, kitchen, living room, bathroom. That was the most impudent Lin Xian had ever been. Because no one else cared about him. There was only him and Bing Lingyue in the house. And Bing Lingyue was very, very obedient. Damn. Wasn't this King blissful? The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes. Bing Lingyue was in a deep sleep. She was in a deep sleep because Lin Xian had really tormented her. Lin Xian wanted to give her a peck on the cheek, but he suddenly thought of her face last night. Forget it, forget it. Let's not kiss. Lin Xian didn't want to eat his own offspring. Humming a tune, Lin Xian took a shower, and then went to the kitchen to make breakfast for Bing Lingyue and Linglong Shui and the others. Bing Lingyue had already woken up and showered last night. Let's have breakfast. After breakfast, I'll send it to them, Lin Xian said. Okay. After sending breakfast, Lin Xian played with little Shir for a while, and then left. There was still work to do. That's right. An Xian had returned to Lin City and was now at Miao Xiao Miao's place. Lin Xian sent an Xian a message and asked her to invite her to a restaurant. An Xian was very happy. Lin Xian ordered the food. Someone knocked on the door, and an Xian poked her head in wearing sunglasses and a cap. Come in, Lin Xian said with a smile. Then an Xian, Miao Xiao Miao, Zhao Yunqi Lu Yufan and Yi Yi walked in together. Lin Xian. No, it wasn't an Xian alone. Lin Xian sent an Xian a message to invite her to a meal. However, an Xian didn't think that she would be the only one invited, so they came together. Wow. Lin Xian didn't feel good. He was thinking of asking an Xian out alone and confessing to her. After completing the mission, he would receive the mission reward. How comfortable would that be? This girl actually brought so many third wheels. Damn it. Lin Xian, you ordered so little food. Miao Xiao Miao came over to take a look. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. What should he say? Should he tell them that he only invited an Xian alone? He would be killed if he did that. Oh, there's still a lot of food that hasn't been served yet. You guys eat first, I'm going to the washroom. After saying that, Lin Xian hurriedly slipped out. That's right, he slipped out and was about to order more food. Then, a woman's figure attracted Lin Xian's attention. Zhao Mingyue. Chapter 1233. Although it was only her side profile, and she seemed to have changed a little, only Zhao Mingyue could give Lin Xian such a flirtatious aura. Although Lin Xian was close to the heavenly venerable realm, he definitely wouldn't attack Zhao Mingyue here. The reason was simple. First, whether he could catch her was a problem. Second, if he attacked here and caused a war, Lin Xian would be the main culprit. Although Lin Xian missed Linya very much, Lin Xian knew that Linya would be fine. So he was much more rational. If Lin Xian didn't know whether Linya would be fine or not, then Lin Xian would definitely be irrational. No. From the moment Linya disappeared until now, Lin Xian wouldn't be rational. He will even go crazy. He will do all the things you can imagine. Zhao Mingyue came over to pack a few dishes. After picking them up, she turned her head and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian also saw her clearly. It was indeed her. Zhao Mingyue's lips curled up slightly, then she turned around and walked out quickly. On the street outside, Zhao Mingyue stopped and turned to look at Lin Xian. Young Master Lin, how many times has it been? You're always like this. Where's my sister? Lin Xian asked. Your sister is fine. Why? Do you want to see her? Lin Xian frowned. Where is she? Zhao Mingyue laughed. Do you believe that even if I tell your sister that you want to see her, she won't want to see you? Lin Xian clenched his fists. What was the most infuriating thing? The most infuriating thing was that under the investigation of the Eye of Cave Spirit, Zhao Mingyue was actually in the heavenly venerable realm. Why the F***ck? Fine. It was reasonable. After all, he hadn't improved his realm for half a year, and he rarely went out in the city. However, Zhao Mingyue's realm improved faster than Duan Lingxiao's. And oh, the corners of Zhao Mingyue's mouth curled up as she looked at Lin Xian. You should thank me. Thank you for what? Thank you for turning your sister from a mediocre arcane body realm martial artist into the current absolute void realm. Lin Xian furrowed his brows. That mysterious expert had said that this was Linya's good fortune. But now Linya had reached the great virtual realm? Why? How did he do it? Why did this happen? What did she go through? Would it be painful? Lin Xian, the next time we meet, we might have to fight. And the next time we meet, you definitely won't be my match. But I really like you. I might kill anyone else, but you. I'll consider sparing your life. Also, don't look for me again. You won't be able to find me. Also, don't provoke me because your sister is in my hands. After saying that, Zhao Mingyue swaggered forward. Ka. Lin Xian clenched his fists then loosened them. Lin Xian breathed a sigh of relief. If that was the case, this Zhao Mingyue was just a tool to improve Linya, then Lin Xian wouldn't be too worried. But he couldn't see Linya, and she had somehow reached the great virtual realm? Wouldn't Lin Xian be worried? Yes. This was indeed a good fortune, But Lin Xian didn't know if Linya had suffered. Sigh, Lin Xian sighed. I'm so angry. Just you fucking wait. Lin Xian gritted his teeth. Then Lin Xian turned and walked away. It was very strange. What did this Zhao Mingyue do? How could she reach this point? She could even give Linya good fortune. It was very strange. When he returned to the private room, the girls were laughing and chatting. Lin Xian, the Martial Arts Academy's second enrollment is coming soon. We're all going. Lu Yufan said to Lin Xian. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi were no longer the flower vases from before. Both of them were at least in the law realm now. Perhaps because of their attributes, they couldn't become top martial artists like Ling Ying, but they were definitely not bad either. Moreover, they only needed time. As long as they were willing to work hard, their actual combat ability wouldn't be low. Miao Xiaomiao was much more powerful. Her hard work was something Lin Xian had never seen before, but she had also given up a lot. Because of Lin Xian and Miao Zhenghao, she had given up the opportunity to enter the Martial Arts Academy last time. But this time, she had to work hard too. Now Miao Xiaomiao was already 15 years old. She was no longer the little girl from before. This girl was slowly growing up. Sure, but the Martial Arts Academy's assessment is very cruel, Lin Xian reminded her. I know. An Xian bit her lip and said, What about you? Lin Xian asked with a smile. An Xian looked at Lin Xian and asked, Lin Xian, do you think I should go and cultivate now? Do you? Lin Xian asked. Yes. Then go and cultivate. Lin Xian knew that this girl was hesitating between cultivation and her career. Both were very important. Follow your heart. Your family is also a big family. It won't be too difficult to increase your realm, but it might not be very strong, Lin Xian said. I know. I'll make a statement tomorrow and withdraw from the entertainment industry. An Xian clenched her fists and said. Actually, she had been hesitating before. Then she won 10 Golden Melody Awards. It should have been the peak of her career, but she felt that it was a perfect end to her career. So many people around Lin Xian were working hard to cultivate. She couldn't fall behind. What was the use of only knowing how to sing? Lu Yufan Yi Yi and the others were very strong. Miao Xiaomiao was strong too. Zhao Yunqi wasn't strong, but she was already working hard to improve. Also, she was very smart. She could invent many things for Lin Xian to make money. Thinking about herself. She was so useless. Are you sure? Lin Xian looked at an Xian in surprise. An Xian nodded. Yes, I have many friends here. I like this kind of life. I also want to improve my own strength. They looked at an Xian. An Xian then looked at Zhao Yunqi and said, I'll work hard to cultivate with Qiqi and strive to improve as soon as possible. Zhao Yunqi nodded her head vigorously. Lin Xian nodded. Okay. If you want to cultivate, go find Bai Xian Xian. Ah. Who's Bai Xian Xian? Lin Xian smiled and said, It's that person in the group with the username Big Sister. You guys can chat with her privately. Okay. Lin Xian thought for a moment. Bai Xian Xian should be able to help them. Also, there was the 9-colored Holy Lotus there. Their realms were so low. With the help of the 9-colored Holy Lotus, they wouldn't have to go kill monsters. At the very least, their realms would be very, very fast. Even if they went out to fight, Bai Xian Xian would definitely protect them. If he didn't have time, he would definitely send an Azura Palace member. Next, it was time for Lin Xian to develop the Azura Palace. Morong Qing's research on the attribute increasing medicine had been completed. Chapter 1234. After Lin Xian finished his meal with the girls, they asked Lin Xian to hang out with them. However, Lin Xian said that he had something to do. There would be a press conference tomorrow and he had to prepare for it. After that, the girls went off to have fun by themselves. Lin Xian arrived at the Yixian group. It was already dark and it was not very early. Most of the employees of the Yixian group had gotten off work. Of course, there were some who were working overtime, including Luo Chenxi and Morong Qing. Luo Chenxi stretched herself and ended all her work for the day. Just then, Lin Xian pushed the door open and walked in. She stopped pouring water and looked at Lin Xian. What the F***ck are you doing here? Luo Chenxi saw that Lin Xian was full of resentment and could not help but swear. Lin Xian locked the door from the inside. Luo Chenxi. At this moment, she really wanted to curse. Then Lin Xian pushed her against the wall with a smirk. I give up. I really give up. Luo Chenxi tidied up her clothes. She gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian angrily. Hee, Lin Xian smirked. I see that you are very tired after working for the whole day. I want to give you a break. Lin Xian grinned. Get lost. Luo Chenxi rolled her eyes. I said, just agree to be my girlfriend. Lin Xian sat on the chair with Luo Chenxi on his lap. Then Lin Xian started to be naughty. How many girlfriends have you had? Luo Chenxi asked. 7 or 8. Luo Chenxi. You wish. Lin Xian smiled and said, we're already like this. Don't tell me you're still thinking of abandoning me for another man? Why not? Luo Chenxi flipped her hair casually. Say that again. Why not? Lin Xian then pressed her down on the table. Luo Chenxi revealed a horrified expression. You. 20 minutes later. Say that again. Lin Xian's lips curled into a smile. I was wrong. Stop. Luo Chenxi was on the verge of tears. Then do you agree? Lin Xian was even faster. Luo Chenxi. Okay, I'll agree, okay? Luo Chenxi really wanted to cry. Ding. Congratulations on completing the mission. Successful confession to Luo Chenxi. Random domain, realm weakening domain has been unlocked. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. This domain seemed to be something. Then Lin Xian threw her aside. Luo Chenxi. Just you wait. Lin Xian smiled. Clean it up. Luo Chenxi. You. Really, why is my life so bitter? First I met a gay. Then I met a shameless pervert. Luo Chenxi's GUI was there. As for Lin Xian, he was carefully sensing the domain he had obtained. Realm weakening domain. It's definitely a top-notch domain. Because this domain has the most exaggerated effect, it ignores realm. The current effect is to activate this domain. This domain isn't an independent domain. It's different from Xiaoyun's dark domain. When Lin Xian activates the domain, it will always be within 100 meters of Lin Xian. In other words, when you fight with Lin Xian, you will definitely be in Lin Xian's domain. And once you're in Lin Xian's domain, your realm will be weakened by 2 stars. Yes, it's currently weakened by 2 stars. It can even be upgraded. When it's upgraded to the Heavenly Venerable Realm, it will definitely weaken by 3 stars. This domain isn't strong, and it ignores realm. Lin Xian is now at the 10-star domain realm. If you let Linglong Shui come over, her realm will also be weakened. Her Heavenly Dao realm will also be weakened. Therefore, this domain's effects are even more exaggerated in higher-level battles. It's a very useful domain. Furthermore, it can be used on more than one person. As long as you enter this domain, as long as Lin Xian wants someone to weaken, that person will be weakened. Furthermore, it's a forceful reduction, regardless of your realm. Lin Xian shuddered. Luo Chenxi's petite body suddenly paused. After a few seconds, she hurriedly ran to the bathroom. Lin Xian revealed a naughty smile. Comfortable. My entire body feels comfortable. Soon, she walked out with her face flushed red. The way she looked at Lin Xian was filled with resentment. She was a goddess-level girl. Countless people should be fawning over her. She should be rearing fish and raising spare tires, enjoying the feeling of being sought after. But now, she was being bullied by a man to such an extent. Knock. At this moment, someone knocked on the office door. Luo Chenxi's petite body trembled. At this time, it must be Morong Qing. Her relationship with Lin Xian was probably already known by this smart woman. Lin Xian hurriedly walked over to open the door. Morong Qing turned the handle and realized that it was locked. She knew that Lin Xian was definitely here. As for why, she did not need to guess. Lin Xian's head hurt. He was still unable to win over Morong Qing. Good evening, Big Boss Lin. Morong Qing's lips curled as she looked at Lin Xian and said, Cough. Don't fool around. Morong Qing then handed the document to Lin Xian and said, The attribute increasing medicine project has been completed. What do you have to say? We'll hold a press conference early tomorrow morning. Lin Xian. Is it that urgent? It's about time. The experts will still need some time to conduct a loyalty test, Lin Xian said. Actually, Murongqing thought for a moment and said, the attribute increasing medicine is to attract experts from all walks of life to join the Azura Palace and become a member of our forces. Their loyalty may be important, but we have to think clearly. To both of us, this is more like a working relationship. They work for us, and we give them the attribute increasing medicine, right? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, what's wrong? So isn't it good if we treat them the same way we treat ordinary employees? Even if they are experts, they must have an identity card or something like that in the human world. When the time comes, we can use this as collateral. As long as they still want to live a normal life in the human world, we can conduct a loyalty test on this basis. Isn't that good? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, that's fine too. Anyway, Bai Xianxian has experience in this. Just leave it to her. We only need to know that when we need experts, we still have a lot of them. Murongqing then said, according to your standards, 80% of the medicine I make is to increase the warrior's attributes by 5%, and 20% is to increase the purity of attributes by 10%. No problem. As for the rules, you can decide. I'll go back first. I'll come back tomorrow. Go ahead. Lin Xian let out a dry cough and walked away. Let's have a meal together? Murongqing smiled and looked at Luo Chenxi. Oh, okay. That you're tuning in to the Earbook Haven YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.